Shut up, I'm trying to watch Judge Joe Brown.
Mayonnaise, Dijon. And I'm like, part of me is like, what is that?
I mean, did you eat your pineapples today?
That's my
Get out.
But I had a green smoothie.
A detox.
Simpler
Segregated
times. That's
what we
it.
need.
There was literally a hashtag that says before Michelle. I'm talking about Michelle Williams from Destiny Child. I was too busy using our house computer for porn. I didn't necessarily.
Bad AOL.
Right. I was not into watching the little pictures scroll in slowly. Like, oh yes. And I know you are naked.
Ado. What up? I can't.
I just took a sip of this Margarita.
Not Margarita.
This homemade Margarita.
Homemade Margarita.
It's very good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your girl, Coley. This is the Nights at the Round Table podcast, season 3. Not sure what episode it is. We'll figure it out later. But it is season 3. It's an episode. TBD? WTF? I don't know. But this is your girl, Coley. Who was over here with me? What's good?
Yo, this your boy Esquire. I'm in the building again.
Naji's here, niggas.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. It's been a moment. It's been a moment since the last moment that it had been a
Been
moment.
gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case something jump off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I just want you to be a starer.
Listen, 2003 it lives rent free in my heart.
2003. I was a senior in high school.
That Kim is gone and never coming back.
The nose.
At least how she looks is gone.
Yes,
and never
physically.
coming back. Yes.
Physically, that Kimberly is gone.
But see, that was actually
item.
when she was in she was in a transition at that point too. She wasn't the little Kim spread eagle
My
on
crush
her
on
album
you.
cover.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
But she still looked good and
Yes.
like it herself.
She was lightening up a little bit. Just a
The
little bit.
Villalago was starting to kick in. But the nose, she still had a nigga nose.
That's true.
She came out of jail thinking that something was
shit.
wrong when really, I thought she looked fine from coming out of jail.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
when she started making all these changes. And I'm like, Kimberly, what is this?
She had money that she just needed to burn.
I guess.
I just put your lighters up. Yummy.
I don't know. But welcome back, guys. We're here at the round table one last time for season 3. What y'all been doing? How's it been going? What to do or don't? I don't know.
I have been out here venturing through backyard chronicles. I'm trying to get my backyard together. So that has been taking over quite a bit of my life. Shout out to adulting.
You're a backyardigan.
I'm a backyard again. So my backyard is currently being worked on. Shout out to my nigga Jacoby for doing the work. We'll add him. I'll plug him.
Is his last name Redfern?
Jones, I think.
Okay.
I think. Don't give me the lying.
Redfern.
Do you know Jacoby Redfern? You just wipe on Jacoby Redfern?
No, he was the first boy I ever kissed.
I feel like we had this conversation before. This is feeling very deja vu-esque.
I don't know. Maybe I can't get over
Was this like a little peck? Or was it like
I was in the 5th grade. It was probably just a little peck.
Oh,
It was nothing special at all.
Shit.
That was it.
Was that so? Your first kiss was in 5th grade. Mm-hmm. When was your first kiss? Do you remember?
I don't remember. Oh. I don't remember at all.
Oh damn.
Do you remember?
First grade.
First grade.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. It was. I think it was accidental. I was crushing on her hard. But,
I gave her my cookies.
That's exactly what it is. Why?
I don't know why this is happening. She's like right here, won't cooperate.
You sniffing your crotch.
She was supposed to be asleep, but whenever the camera turns on, she comes running out.
She's the
I don't
only
get it.
fan. She is.
she's your only fan. That's disgusting.
Well,
What
you
kind
know.
of bestiality you into? I try peanut butter.
Shut up.
Once a week.
We're done. That's not what I've been doing.
What? But yeah, I've been working on this house, this kid, just trying to get shit together and find a new job.
Yeah, it's coming up on the 1 year for baby Naji.
Yeah, little nigga's about to be 1. That shit's wild.
He's 11 months, right?
Yes.
The month right before 12.
My fellow Gemini.
That's pretty much what it
My
is.
little Gemini baby. Shout out to you, baby Naji. Run free, young
But what y'all
king.
niggas been doing?
I just been here, my G. Just like you looking for a new job. That's also what I'm doing.
Oh, no.
You know, that's fun. Just, filling out things. Looking at the applications.
Like same company or just you
Hey,
just looking?
Whoever, I'm going where the money reside.
Where the money reside?
Where the money reside. That's where I'm trying to get to, wherever that is.
I'm
That's about it. That trying to get some weight off, trying to like, stay out the heat, get in the pool. I don't know.
I know that's right.
This heat has been abrasive the last couple of days.
It was 90-something
it's
degrees
oppressive.
the weekend.
It was 90-something degrees today.
All
I
week
want to
it's
say.
been 90 degrees. That's been the thing. It's dropping Saturday, I believe.
I just needed to be 98 degrees one time so I can do I do cherish you.
I don't think you should speak that kind of like stuff on our lives.
Oh,
the
shit.
98 degrees part, not the song,
shit.
the temperature.
Is that the name of the people who sang it, 98 Degrees?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Tis.
Was that
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey?
Yeah.
The White Usher.
Wow. Is that who that is?
How is he the White Usher?
When him and Jessica Simpson broke up and he put that Revolution album out, that
Was that
shit.
his Confessions?
Yes, that shit used to take me through. You can love all the love.
Take what's left. Will you take what's left?
The only thing that was good out of that whole family was Ashley Simpson, Pieces of Me. Okay?
Yes, this is true.
That's it. Because I don't know. Jessica Simpson did make some good ass shoes, apparently. I was surprised. One day I was buying this girl some shoes some years ago, and I was like, these are Jessica Simpsons?
Oh, they were nice. I used to wear Jessica Simpson shoes. Shout out.
They were fire, bro. I was
Jimmy
like,
Choo.
Esquire, what you been doing?
I have been out here just existing. Sometimes you just got to be here, getting vaccinated, trying to see when outside is going to open up, working on the house a little bit as well. Hashtag Property Brothers with an A. And, feeling like I'm doing something.
Niggas.
I here feeling like I'm doing something, and that's pretty much it. That's it.
Vax and wax, no need to relax.
Oh my.
That's it. Trying to see
That's
what this
it.
summer going to be like.
Hell yeah.
With the liquor.
We taking everything that 2020 stole from us this summer. We taking it back right now.
I'm taking the summer it stole from me.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
that was
have
good.
like a skosh of gospel, but it's all pre 2005.
I love it.
Anything after 2005 gospel, people are like, have you ever heard? I said, bro, no.
That's good. I
I
like that.
shall discover it all.
Sorry.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. You want to hit me with like some 88 gospel? I'm there. You hit
That's
me
some
with
Andre Crouch.
Listen,
Ooh, old John P. Keep it up.
Tremaine Hawkins.
Tremaine?
Not Tremaine.
Old
Tremaine.
gospel all had the same chord. It was like one. They used the same piano. They
For
passed
sure.
it around to the studios.
For sure.
It's good stuff.
But
I
it
used to
was
love
always in Oregon. It was
Yes.
always in Oregon.
Yes. Great. That's nice. We're all back here once again. Ladies and gentlemen, like we said, this is the season finale of season 3, and that's what's up. Y'all been rocking with us during the pandemonium, and it's been fun. Real good fun. Also, plot twists.
Doom, 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 doom.
How do I say goodbye? No, take a good long, hard listen, a good long look. This is the last time that you will hear these 3 wonderful voices existing in this way. We'll, as we go, you might hear some random references, but we are, as a unit, going our separate ways. So this is the final time for the Roundtable 3. So it's been a good time. We'll get into that a little later, but just so you know, this is our final episode as us, Esquire, Naji, and Coley. So sit back, enjoy the ride. We're gonna have a real good time tonight.
Knights at the Round Table, end game. We're in the end game now.
Part 1.
As long as there's no snap, because I don't. Is it stuck?
I don't feel so good. That's gonna be Rizzo fading away.
She heard her. She was like,
She did
like
what?
that. She was like, please don't fade me away. Please don't
do that.
snap me.
I had surgery too.
I don't
No.
feel so good.
But in the spirit of everything we've had going on, what are we drinking on as we bow out gracefully?
Well, I think Naji kind of hit it on the head. You had made some margaritas for us.
Homemade margaritas.
Margaritas for us, and we
Hell
shout
yeah.
out to that with the base of Terramanu. Shout out to the Rock.
Casamigos.
Oh no,
Oh,
Casamigos.
Yes,
Sorry,
only that.
Ooh, Rock, not you. George Clooney.
Yes,
Is it George Clooney?
Oh yeah.
That is George
the
Clooney.
ER
George
nigga.
Clooney.
Yes.
Yes.
that is George
I.e.
Clooney.
Batman.
The Rock is in the freezer on backup in case we need him, but George for the first out.
George.
George up first. Casamigos margaritas. I'm actually drinking a Truly currently.
Truly.
Because that's my new thing is I'm trying to get less intake on carbs. Like alcohol and fruit look like. So it works for me though. Shout out to all the basic people. I'm now one of you.
What's the flavor?
This is the lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade.
This is original lemonade.
Original.
It says 1% juice too.
Yes, it is fantastic. So 1 sugar, 3 carbs, Like this is it. This is where I'm at. It's only the like not the ones in the white can, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not that basic. These are the truly lemonades. Okay,
So
that
what's
is the only one that I would
the white
support.
can and the black can?
Those they have more sugar. They also have a lower alcohol content.
In the white can?
Yes. So these have higher alcohol content, fewer sugar, and it's like a lemonade base type thing supposedly.
Okay.
So the flavors are better. I like them better.
Okay, I respect
So-
that.
Shout out to Truly.
If you see me this summer, that's what I'm probably drinking. Maybe mixed with tequila in a canister or
And
something.
a splash of cocaine.
This last episode is brought to you by Truly.
Right.
Truly.
So that is what we are drinking on. Also, what have we been listening to?
So I will go first because I have something in the current.
Currently.
You know, I'm trying to. I'm going to give an honorable mention because not many people know, but if you know, you know. I really love listening to random singing comedy. And there's a guy by the name of Stephen Lynch. He is a white guy. He had a stand-up. He had a show. He had like a special on Comedy Central years ago. Sitting up there with his guitar, singing his different songs, going for it. He had some hits like Gerbil, Hermaphrodite, Albino. He's had some Special Olympics. He's had some fire hits. But I do want to give a shout out to a particular album that I've been rocking with heavy here recently. It's an oldie but a goodie, and the album is let me find the name of this album because let's go to album. The name of the album is it Let Me Inside? No,
What?
it's Lion. The name of the album is Lion.
Lion
And
like
it has-
roar or
Lion
lying?
Lion like roar, but it
Okay.
has an owl on the front. It's a pink background with a green
That could
owl.
be confusing.
Very much so, because I would have never thought this was called Lion. It's a 2-part album. The first part, there are 13 songs that he does record in the studio. The last 13 are the same songs, but the live version. He did a show, and he basically put the show on in the last ones. So
What year did that come out?
no, this is my honorable mention because it's not new.
Okay.
This came
I was
out
asking
in
what year.
2012.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So a couple of hits is "Let Me Inside," "Too Jesus-y," which is one of my personal favorites. "No Meat" is a song about being a vegan, and "Whiskey Dick," "Hey Love." The whole shit is fire. It's a banger. It's a banger.
Is it
Don't
the
you
same guy that you used to like that sang like side boob or something like that, or it was something like I got a crush on a boob, or
It could have been him, but he also did something called Craig Christ, who was Jesus' brother.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna let you hear something before the night's over. But
Pick your favorite one. I want to hear it.
it's one of those things where it's just sometimes I don't really feel like dealing with the whatever's really happening in the world or like life, and I'm like, look, I sometimes just want to get away, and I can't keep watching Game of Thrones over. I gotta go.
I don't know how that helps if you do.
Because I like the show, so it's like happy times kind of thing. I'm a throwback nigga. Y'all know this about me. I'll listen to the
Yes.
same albums for
But
forever,
bike.
just to get the. So
Hell
this is my
yeah.
honorable mention. However, in the 2021s, I'll just say the 2 albums and then let it ride. Is Shelly's album,
Yes.
formerly known as Drum,
Yes.
and J. Cole's album.
Hell yeah.
So
Both excellent
Both
choices,
of those
my
are
friend.
good. Both of those are
Excellent
good.
choices.
Very good. Very good, my man.
Sleeping with
yeah,
A married woman.
married woman.
With a married woman.
And he's like, have you ever just felt like you just couldn't help it? And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
I'm very interested to know the name change, like what
That's
that
apparently
came
that's
about.
his name, not Shelly, but I think it's like Sheldon or something. When I looked at the
Yes.
writing creds,
Oh.
Yes.
it's Shell something. It's either Sheldon, Sheldrick, or something like that. It's something
okay,
Shell.
Okay, cool. Because when I saw Shelly, I was like, and this is my naivete. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I didn't know if maybe like he was identifying differently than before. So maybe he was identifying as a woman. I didn't know. So I was just kind of like, oh, okay, change his name. Listened to the album a few times, and he didn't say anything about it. I was like, well, he doesn't owe me an explanation.
True.
That's why he changed his name.
That's
I'm
just
just
also
curious.
true.
But if the nigga's name is like Sheldon or Shalagalang, then Shelly.
And it might actually be Shelly. That might actually be his name.
Do you have a favorite on the J. Cole album? Because it's far.
No, I liked them all. I literally
Cool.
liked all of them, and it's not that long, so it's
not.
a good listen. Like
It
you
is.
just driving somewhere to like Kannapolis and back, you can get the whole album, and you good.
You can.
It was an excellent way for him to come back onto the scene. I loved it. Loved it.
He came back in other ways, but yeah,
Esquire, what you been listening to?
Me, speaking of gospel music,
Yes.
Amen.
that as Naji was saying, if it's 1980 and back, he will enjoy it. Kirk Franklin has a new album, or a new song out, I should say. He released this song with Lil Baby, We Win. It's going to be on the Space Jam 2 album, and it's actually really, really good. I like it. I was in there getting my breakthrough, and also getting some good raps, so that's really good. It's very much a Kirk Franklin song. So
I did not listen to it entirely, but yes.
His name is actually Shelly.
Yep. Surely then.
Good call.
All right.
I thought I saw it on the writing credits. I was like, I think that's his name.
That works.
But yes, that's what I've been listening to. Shout out to Kirk Franklin. Keep doing you. Apparently, Kirk Franklin is pushing the envelope yet again, working and interviewing secular artists and whatnot. And he's just out here doing his best and getting his money.
His check is what he's doing.
That's what he's doing.
And I can't blame him for that.
Because his son trying to take it all.
Well, and apparently the little baby, he is the better of all the babies.
Little Baby, the rapper.
Yes.
I was like, he had a kid.
I thought you were talking about his son. I was like, the bitch?
No.
You's a bitch.
He's apparently like more
Yo,
conscious of all the
bitch
things
ass.
going on in the world. He was up there at the White House talking to Kamala earlier this week.
Had no clue.
So he's out there trying to do things for the community and whatnot, from what I understand. So that's cool.
Is this one
Whoa.
from Charlotte?
No, that's
Da
Baby.
Oh, God.
This is first
Lil
name
Baby.
Lul, last name
Baby.
Middle name,
Space.
Lil Baby.
I need to give that song a full listen. I have not. My choices, just off the top of my head, are going to be Shanae Harnett. Her new album, Ready Is Always Too Late.
Her name is Sinead. It's not
Sinead
fucking
Harnett.
Sinead.
Followed by
God,
Masego,
Jesus.
Studying Abroad, The Extended Stay. Both of those albums, I've really enjoyed them. Masego has a joint in there called By Felicia, where he samples 112s Anywhere. And it's subtle at first, but then once it gets going, you're like, oh, wait, that fucking rides a little bit. So that's one of my favorite tracks on there. And then Shanae has a joint with Lucky Day, our other favorite, called Anymore. I'm not going to call her Sinead. I'm not going to do it.
So can someone please help me out? Like, I am genuinely befuddled at the fact that all these years, Sinead O'Connor's name is spelled Sinead. Like, and I understand that they're not, it's not; those are not American names. I get it. I understand that my just stupidity is an American stupidity. But I never once in my day would have thought the name Shanae would have been spelled S-I. I would love to see another name that's spelled with like the S-I and gets the sh. I think I just want to do some research.
That sounds like a thesis paper.
I'm down for it.
Definitely right.
I'm down for it.
I don't know if it's something with like people that are like settled by Europeans or British people. Because Sade has that whole thing, and she has it's S-A.
But that's S. So that still is weird.
So
but
Shanae with the S, I think that's what I don't know how that works, but
yeah, because it's like
Is it the essay or the
it's the S-I that throws
you?
But I mean, look, Sade, yeah, S-A-D-E versus what they call him Sadie or Shady. If this is
as Nancy would say, Sade. She can't stand it.
It's some weird names.
It's not. It's not that.
Okay.
You
Sorry.
guys look
Thank
for
y'all.
a no.
Thank you so much.
That's you guys look for a final Find Your Note playlist from us, from whatever is left in the bucket from the season that we have not put out for you yet. So one final time, get you some good jams, find your new summertime favorite, and let us know what y'all think about them. We out there in the world.
Hell yeah.
One last time, my niggas, who is in the motherfucking gate? It's been a long time since we talked about the gate, but luckily we've had some things come through.
Apparently, we're going to be taking that gate off the hinges. And
We will be
won't have to
burning the
worry
gate
about
this evening.
any
So
of
all of
that.
those who, anyone who knows us, if you see a fire in the city tonight, it's us burning the gate.
Dracarys.
Dracarys, yes. We're going to Dracarys the gate. And first into the fire is going to be whoever the employee is at Walmart who tapped into the system and sent everyone out emails that said, welcome nigger.
Wow.
It's easy to assume that this person was Caucasian.
It's rightful
who sent that.
to assume that.
So
But proceed.
if that is the case, this employee who is of the Caucasian community, first off, Caucasian people they go over and beyond to be racist as a motherfucker. Some of them do. The racist ones. And the fact that you get on somebody's simple, sweet Walmart email list and terrorize the black folks, like you got things in your cart from Walmart Plus because you ready to go in there and order, and some shit just pops up in your mailbox talking about welcome nigger. You just I don't know.
I hope that this person is charged with as many hate crimes as the people that they impacted.
I don't even know if they found the person.
As of a few days ago, they had no leads.
Keep searching.
There were no leads. There were no fucking leads.
The person is doing this from the Capitol.
I mean,
it's
only a few people that got the password to the mail list.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like,
we ain't got no leads.
If it were me, I guess I would have partially been outraged, but probably would have been like, "Well, this is Walmart, so it's almost." You can't ever find nothing. The lines are too long. Of course somebody fucking hacked it and sent me a terrible email. That makes fucking sense.
And up here being in Charlotte, I imagine that fucking list probably went to everybody who subscribes to Try On Walmart. Because Try On Walmart has gone to hell, okay?
Yes.
I can't even go in there without hitting about
It was
face
actually
and
an
be
employee
no.
from that Walmart.
From that Walmart?
That's the one.
Oh, God. That
Try On
Walmart. And they moved it.
They moved it?
Right. They tried to make it better.
Yes. So for the people who listen to this podcast who aren't from Charlotte, so this Walmart used to sit on the same strip as Guitar Center,
yes, Best Buy,
Sam's, Best Buy,
a little off the cut little spot.
Yes.
Exactly. And then it was just so much terrorism happening there. Yes. It was bad.
Remember, it went down. Like first it was midnight, and then they were closing at 10 o'clock. And finally, okay, fuck it, close it down. Close it down.
Shut it down.
And then they moved it down the street to a brand new building. But what they didn't change was their patrons.
That's it. It was like roaches.
They gave them a bigger space
to do just as much niggerdom. It was so bad.
It was good for a little while. It's like you had stuff. The shelves were stocked. But now the way you start seeing like toilet paper being gone, empty shelves, people just stealing straight out. It's like
that's the Walmart that I have to use if I do Walmart delivery. I have to shout out to my homegirl. We have the Walmart delivery, but they never have anything that I need. I've gone into Walmart after getting a delivery and found exactly what I needed. And they don't ask you about substitutions if they say it ain't there. And I've literally gone in there and gone to where I knew it was, and there's a whole bunch of them. And this is like moments after I've gotten my delivery. What the hell are y'all doing?
That Walmart is going to hell.
It's not good. It's probably where Nick Cannon meets all his baby mamas. I just found this interesting. I did not realize that following his tryst marriage with Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon has proceeded to impregnate other women, and he has 6 more children. Well, he will have 6 more. The 7th one is on the way. He is just out here saying he'll never get married again. I think we talked about that on the podcast last season. Maybe he'll never get married again, but he loves women and he loves family. So he's just impregnating these women.
They fine.
They are.
He has way too much money.
Yes.
Yeah. Like he good.
Yeah, he has a lot of money.
This current one though, she's some chick from Wild 'N Out, and she claims that she's having his baby. He has not said anything, but she named him Zen Cannon. Is what she said. And when people asked if it was Nick's baby, all she put was like hearts and like funny, like coy little emojis on the message or whatever.
Nick, it's your baby.
It's his baby.
It's your baby.
But also he's awaiting twins with a woman that he's currently dating. So like he's got 3 kids on the way, apparently.
Is he still wearing that turban?
In
not
the
on
picture,
his dick.
He's not wearing a dick turban.
Now that is
he
fucking
is
true.
sneezing in all these hoes.
I did see a post of him in a maternity suit with the woman with the twins, and he has a turban on in that photo.
Well, he's sitting on the ground.
No, they're standing back to back, and he has a turban on in that. Yes, and I think that's the one that's having the twins. So, he's just out here, a little, a rich Future. He probably does better with his money than Future does. Future's probably in trouble, but Nick Cannon has the recipe.
Future's in trouble. He's not sure how he's going to make ends meet.
Well, because he's a dirtbag, but Nick Cannon, he's probably a nice guy. He's probably taking care of all of them and their families.
Yeah.
Yep, they all don't have shares of like what Nickelodeon kids or something, whatever that he owns, or
and Drumline.
Drumline.
So I don't know, but a woman who's probably pissed that Nick Cannon is successful is Amy Cooper. I saw this today, and it was like the best part of my day. I remember Amy Cooper this time last year harassed that black man in the park. What did she harass him for?
Well, he was bird watching.
Bird
and
watching, that's
she
right.
This
was
is in New York, wasn't it?
This is in New York.
Yes.
And she was either like her dog or somebody was off the leash or something like that. Something was happening where it was disturbing the birds.
Yes.
And he told her,
That's right.
"Can you like get your dog? Like I'm out here watching birds." And that's when she got on the phone and was like, "I'm being attacked."
Yes. So we all remember that video of her like losing her shit with him while her dog was like strangling himself in the leash. Like when she finally put him on the leash.
Peter was coming for that ass.
Peter's coming. Her job came, so she was fired from her job. She is now suing her job for racial and gender discrimination. I don't know how that makes any sense, but that's what she's doing. And I just,
She said if I was a black man,
a woman's right to choose. I don't.
I believe she said. She said that the argument was that the company looked at an innocent black man being terrorized by a terrible white woman, and because of that, she lost her job.
But that's what was happening.
And they didn't get to the bottom of it. They didn't investigate. They just fired her because she was a terrible white woman, and she was terrible because she was a terrible white, and she happened to be a woman. So that's where the two things go.
I love to see it, and I hope she gets a black judge who has time today. That's what I hope. That is what I hope for Amy. Because, ma'am, really, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
That was fun to see her name pop back up after all this time. Like, is this the climate that you want to do that in, ma'am? Cool. Got it.
She said, listen, the truth is starting to come out. Niggas don't actually care about this. They just said it because niggas was dying in the street. So let's be clear. I'm white. I'm still white.
I'm a white woman.
Did y'all see that lady in the airport?
Terrible. Yes. Like,
what?
I guess
Bro,
like she tried to speed
tried
by
to
without
run
her
past-
mask on,
yes,
and
what
he got
happened?
thrown to the ground. Oh my god!
I'll show you the video. Like apparently she got like choke slammed to the ground, and she's just like, "Why would he do that to me? I'm a nice white woman." Like, and so one guy was just
he
like,
was for filming her.
Yeah,
He said, "Boo hoo,
"Boo hoo, boo hoo."
Wow.
I was like, "Yo, this shit is great. This shit doesn't end."
But she wouldn't put her mask on. She tried to like run past security. Like, what are you doing?
He choked me. I want to talk to airport management.
Like, did you think that if you ran past them, they were just gonna let you run past? Like, what were you doing?
First things first, you trotted past him at best. you couldn't even get.
She had like a pantsuit. She like the principal,
Bro.
like the secretary at the high school. That's how she looked.
The one that would never give you a tardy. Like they always be like, "You're late." It's like it's 36 seconds and the bell's not rung yet, but you're not early. Bitch, shut up. With your malignant mole.
Wow.
Oh, bro, I'm trying to be that shit was
That was
terrible.
a good one because she was losing and nobody was saying anything. Did you guys not see that? Everyone's just like,
We saw it.
You should have put your mask on.
Right.
What's the
Wore
argument if
a
you'd have just
mask.
complied?
Can we wrap this up? I got to get somewhere. Like, what are we doing?
I'm trying to get on that same flight.
Exactly. Oh, God. Speaking of flights, J. Cole has been taking flights.
To Rwanda.
Najee, what you know about this?
So J. Cole signed a deal, I want to say for 4 or 5 games to play in the
So it was
Rwanda.
only for a small amount of games. So that
Yeah.
part I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't sign. So people are trying to make it this big thing like, oh, he's trying to play professional basketball but won't stay because he had to leave. It's like he signed a short contract because I think he had some family obligations that were coming at a certain point. So he was going to have to leave regardless. So he played the 4 or 5 games. I would say he did damn good for a person who has never played professional basketball and hasn't played organized basketball, at least in terms of on a competitive level, since high school. He wasn't terrible. Like he got in there, he's been working on his game. He's been working with shooting coaches. Like he really likes ball. And like you got free time, do it. If I had as much money as J. Cole, one, I would have abs. Let me just start there. That's just a prerequisite of money is abdominals that show at least.
And we don't know that he
6.
doesn't because he becomes like a homeless person.
I'm talking about me.
Oh,
There's more to this.
You. Okay.
And secondly, if I had that much residual income, I'm going to try and find a way to play professional basketball because I just really love hooping. So I do it too. So people are like, it's a disgrace to the game. It's like, first off, he went to the African League.
Right, like not even NBA, like
Right.
basketball Africa is what it's
Because he
called.
could have tried to go and play in like the G League and
Yes.
do something like that, but like in my head, like you brought just more fame and notoriety. I don't know I've never seen an African Rwanda team on ESPN before, but J. Cole goes there for 4 or 5 games, whichever it was, and they on TV. Like, I remember looking, I was like, "Who the fuck?"
Shit! He hooked him up with like new uniforms, new sneakers, like,
and dropped the album. That's a rollout.
Yeah,
but I'm also partial to the Hoopers, so.
I thought it was interesting. He talks about ball all the time in all his raps. Anyone who listens to him knows that he loves it. So I'm like, why are people so upset? I mean, you know.
I didn't even know he was over there doing that until we got here today. So shout out to him. Oh, well, I guess it's over now, right?
Yeah,
yes, it is. Okay. He's done. He's back here. He's back stateside doing whatever he has to do otherwise.
And he had all-time scoring high, 20 points a game or 17?
I think the most he scored in one game was 5 points.
Gotcha.
Yes.
But he did have a couple blocks. He had some steals, some assists,
rebound.
He for a person who he's not a starter. He's not one of the good players that they're like, let's bring him off the bench to energize the team. Like he just fit in rotation.
Go Jermaine.
Exactly. He ain't do too much, and I applaud him.
Did he perform during halftime?
Bro, if I see that nigga doing a halftime show, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Hello, Mr. Nice Watch. It's like, sir. Translate. Where's the translators? Bring in the translators.
I need that. Can't get enough.
I mean, he might as well. That would have been. That'd have helped him out if he'd with more record sales if he did halftime shows.
Okay. He would have had to do something for his new album. He couldn't have did the old shit. Okay, yes. You're right.
That's hilarious.
I gotta listen to that album on the way home.
So good. Almost as hilarious as so. I don't know where our listeners are that are not here where we are, but there's a restaurant called Steak 48. Charlotte has a location now. I think they're in maybe 4 other major cities like Philly, New York, some places like that.
I love this place.
Niggas have been going to Steak 48 since it opened here in the Queen City, and they've been treating it like gold. They are booked
on social media.
On social media,
they're treating it like gold.
On social media, they are treating it like gold. I know niggas who've been in there. They posted their pictures. I know people at my job have been talking about going. I tried to get a reservation for Father's Day. They was like, we're booked until mid-July, so we just booked a random day in July for me and my family. We just picked a date. We're like, let's just fucking go. But Steak 48 recently, what I saw was some pictures floating around on the internet here in Charlotte saying that there was $100 per person minimum in order to continue the statement that they made was like,
in order to enjoy the experience that you're having, you basically need to be spending at least this much money per person.
Yes. So basically, niggas here in the Queen City have been going to Steak 48, ordering appetizers and bouncing just so they can take a picture by the sign. And Steak 48 has had it. And apparently there was an altercation. In
Philly, there was a big ass fight. Some chicks got into a full on brawl in Philly.
With the waitress?
I don't know. With each other.
Okay.
I'm assuming it was I don't know if they came together or if it was like rival gangs different tables. But all you see is just like some ashy looking women in these really ugly dresses and weave and then like bad edges just being thrown around on the wood floor. So, it was unfortunate, but it happened.
I'm not a huge, I like a good steak. Shout out to Nancy. She makes a good steak and I order a steak occasionally, but I do. The way that people have been losing it over this place, I'm like, I want to go just so I can, I guess, taste the food. I guess the pictures look nice, but
they hype up the spinach artichoke dip. Ooh, that dip was so good.
I just don't.
They have weeded me out with the $100 minimum. Shout out to Steak 48. I'm taking my ass to Steak and Shake, where they appreciate my money and let me come in here and get a milkshake and a popsicle if I want.
I'm over here at Outback
for $6.
For $6
with a 6-ounce sirloin. Can I get it medium rare, please? Thank you.
Exactly. I like Outback better. No, I'm not doing it.
I don't have a so Mrs. Naji and I we were trying to go there for our anniversary last month. And Smooth, she tried to put in some reservations in April. They were like, she kept looking at the thing and it kept showing June on their reservation list in April, like the beginning of April. Huh. And so she called them. She was like, I don't know if there's something wrong with the website. And they was like, no, unfortunately, we're booked. We're fully booked through the time that they see. So she just literally randomly threw a random day on this. So we're going on Tuesday at 4:00.
Wow.
It's just a random ass fucking time. I'm probably gonna go for lunch, but
right.
But here's my train of thought on something like that. Right, I hate what it does to weeding out the people who could potentially go in there and spend the money, but when you when you regulate that, it kind of changes the thing. Because I could imagine, like, let's say we were all getting up and going out one night celebrating promotions or whatever, celebrate life, or whatever, whatever we used to do, and we go somewhere and we having drinks, we eat food, and your bill comes up to $100 and something. Like in that kind of a setting, it may be a little bit more palatable. So, okay, we were out here having a good time, enjoying the ambiance and things of that nature. So cool, my bill is that much, bet I'm on and I'm out. But to say, hey, you have to spend $100,
or else,
or else, it's going to like weed out the wrong people.
Well, it would weed me out only because I know I'm not a steak person, so I probably wouldn't even get a steak. I would order whatever salmon or chicken dish that they have. And I probably would not spend $100 off of an entree and maybe a drink or two. I wouldn't. So that's just me eating what I would normally eat, but at a nicer place. Nice restaurants kill me with that bullshit. And in general, nice restaurants, no matter what they're doing, I'm just like, I get it. But as someone who can cook pretty good, and I'm like, they're definitely losing me also.
Oh no,
they're not going to get me because I'm like, I don't,
bruh.
I'll be right there. Y'all got some Yukon Gold mashed potatoes.
It's the exclusivity.
Is this that Kobe beef?
Yeah, that Kobe. Is this that Kobe?
And I'm glad that y'all said something because I'd hate to like finally be like, what's the hype all about? And I get in there and like, okay, sir,
God.
can we start you off with some alcohol? Because you do have to spend $100. I'm walking out with the waiter. All right. Now y'all validate parking. Thank you so much.
We don't do that either.
Right?
What was it? Don't do.
We don't do.
But I really hate the fact that like it has, because you could see. And I hate this, but you could really see the people that were gravitating towards the State 48 and being able to get there. And it was nothing but a status symbol is all it was. Like they never post the food. You ever notice that? The people never post the food. They don't talk about the food. They take a picture in front of the sign and then leave. Or they take a boomerang in front of the sign.
If you look at their Instagram, that is all you see. It's us in front of that sign.
No, it ain't us. It's them.
Well, the other people. The other people that...
It's them that look like us.
Them that look like us.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mini face God is over there taking pictures in front of
the ones on that Walmart mailing list.
Yes.
The niggas. Them. But no, and I think it's unfortunate because like this is a direct response to some shit that's going on.
Right.
And it's not even like a, read the room, there's a pandemic happening and you're trying to charge people. It's like this is a 5-star restaurant, I'm assuming. Like, if you want to come here, you want to spend some money, but you trying to come here for the clout. All right, fuck that. How about you don't? But the thing is, the people who've been coming for the clout, they ain't coming back. They got their flick. They're not going to be like, I love that. Oh, that steak was so good. I need to go back because they didn't order the steak. Yeah, they ordered the salmon croquette.
They ordered
just
the wings. Can I get the 6 things of wings?
Can I get the 6-piece wing?
Is this a charcuterie?
Honey barbecue.
Do y'all have mozzarella sticks? 2. Let me get that.
Charcuterie.
Mozzarella sticks.
Can I have that, please?
Charcuterie.
Y'all ain't got no fried pickles.
Y'all ain't got no ramen.
Y'all ain't got
Top ramen, not the fancy ramen.
Right.
Top.
2 for $20. Okay.
It's our anniversary.
Got you.
Young get no free dessert for somebody's birthday.
Right.
This not y'all on the Groupon.
Is that y'all Groupon? Did you?
But I do remember a random aside talking about Groupons. We were in Cajun Queen years ago.
Oh my gosh,
and
Cajun Queen.
We was going in there because Mrs. Naji liked Cajun Queen, so we went in there. We was just buying our normal stuff, and then there was this old white lady like on one side of us, and she leaned over. She was like, "Do you guys have the Groupon they have?" And we were like. No, I don't know how to. I don't know why you're asking me.
Where's this going?
Like you didn't speak to me the whole time we was here, but like you see us keep ordering stuff, and now you ask us if we have the Groupon. And I was like, no, we don't have the Groupon. We were just having dinner. No, thank you, but no. And so then I looked, and I was like, oh, this Groupon fire.
Right.
No, because Cajun Queen used to be popping, but then like so many other things like them popped up, and I think they like lost their luster. I think they're still open.
The one in Noda is really good. What is it? Boudreaux's?
That's been around for just as long as Cajun Queen, from what I know. Because when I had Boudreaux's when we went, that was literally like in 2009 or 8 or some shit like that. It was a very, very long time ago. But the Cajun, I don't know who else. with other Cajun spot like that, I would love to find them because that food is just good.
Razzoos.
I forget, nigga. I ain't been to Razzoos in a month of Sundays.
That gator, bro.
Bro,
That
listen,
gator.
That gator.
No, fuck that shit. Y'all ever had that damn cheese dip with the like? You can
I've never
either
been to
get,
Razzoos, and I don't
They
even
have
know how
like
long.
this Creole cheese dip, and they have like chicken chopped up in it, or you can do shrimp or whatever else. And they give you these like pieces of toast, like butter toast, like little French slices of bread, but toasted.
I don't recall.
I never had it. I will always only go there for the alligator bites.
The
Alligator like nuggets and the fries and stuff out the little the bucket or the
fish
can
bowl?
that they bring out to you.
all that.
That has been so long. Whenever I stopped working up there, that was like 5 years ago. Longer than that,
It's
actually.
been a long time for me too.
Oh God, no, 6 or 7. Honestly, this is a long time since I've been there. I don't know.
Sorry,
That's wild.
I derailed
No,
everything.
no, that is fine. Niggas, y'all like do better. I don't know. Like grill a steak, get your homeboy to grill you one. You don't have to go to Steak 48. Put you some like fun numbers on the wall. I don't know, whatever.
Or if you go because you want to eat what's there, not because
Yes.
you just want to be seen in a place.
Yes. Like there's plenty of other places you can be seen around here. We've got lots of nice stuff out around here. But whatever.
And there's a 2-story McDonald's across the street. Go there.
The prophet said niggas do anything for clout. So there's that.
Not the 2-story McDonald's.
With a piano up top.
Hell
They don't
yeah.
play, but it's there.
It is there.
Shit.
Right
all the,
there.
All the McWindows.
Across from the fancy wall. Them all over there.
They can't get steak from McDonald's though, because remember they got rid of the steak bagel.
That steak bagel used to slap.
Yes, that steak bagel was it.
God damn it.
That steak
Don't
bagel
let
was
that
the one.
fucking hash brown be hot out the grease.
You putting it on? You putting it on that
right,
steak
on
bagel?
the bagel. Right on the bagel. Ooh, I don't need nothing because the butter and these caramelized onions.
I'm not. No, I'm just not. I have one question. Do we care about these white people or do we care about the people that we've been supporting this whole time?
You talking about the Republicans?
Yes.
I don't care.
Like, which, do you have our correspondent on the ground? Do you have anything for us?
I don't have anything for you. I just
What
want them.
do they do?
I just want them to stay away
Everything?
from Trump.
All of it?
Aside from the truth.
Well, yeah, they don't do that.
Okay, true.
They don't subscribe to that.
Truly.
That's a definite.
They just out here living
it's-
in a different universe. That's all you need to know.
Yes. Yes. Apparently, when they stormed the Capitol on the 6th, they implanted a wall in there. So they all exist in this different world.
Okay.
And then we're on the outside. So it's like
Okay.
WandaVision. It's like that. They're on the inside.
Right.
Okay.
And we're
Alright,
on the
okay.
outside like, it's not supposed to be that way. We're trying to fix it, but they won't let us in.
Or better yet, closer to WandaVision, when they were storming the Capitol, Republicans were seeing something different. One guy was in there talking about, it looked like they were just regular tourists to me.
Someone said that for real?
He said, I didn't think I wasn't in danger. It looked like they were just regular tourism.
Tours that smash windows?
Yes.
With pitchforks and what do you call it? Nooses? Guillotines.
Guillotines.
Kill Mike Pence.
Yes.
Yes. When that old girl got blasted out of that door, that's what happens when you
Tourists.
go on tour.
Yes, that's what now that I think about it, when I went in high school, that's exactly what I saw.
That's what you see. That's what you did.
I saw that.
What happened?
That's
So-
exactly it.
So they say things like that. One guy was like, well, I wasn't afraid for my life. Had it been, BLM or one of those other activists that were doing what those guys were doing, I'd have been afraid. But I was perfectly fine with whatever they were doing. Gotcha.
The way that they try to frame everything on BLM.
They've
is
all gotten
just-
together inside of a giant tent. Like they went to like a tent revival of like whatever the worst
Lord,
Kool-Aid drinking
send a
creature is.
revival.
And they have decided this is what they're going to do and they are sticking with it. They are not giving up. And I'm like, wow.
Deny,
Y'all are out
deny,
of your fucking minds.
That was
Wow.
out of the mouth of Babe.
That's it. But we'll leave that where it is. I threw it in there because there's so much been going on. I hope if they get Marjorie, I want her out of here. I want them to march Marjorie out the way they march Liz out.
They kicked that white woman clean out of leadership.
They said, "You're not trying to go with us. You will not replace us."
They kicked her clean out. She's not being a team player. They got her out of there.
You're either with us or you're against us. I'm literally in the party. I'm registered I'm registered
Dick
with you.
Cheney is my daddy. You out.
That's fine.
It is what it is.
It's fine. That's the gate, ladies and gentlemen. That is the gate. It's not good. But look, for this last time, we're gonna burn it down. Y'all send us some matches. Send us whatever lighter fluid you have, whatever grievances you have. Burn them down with our gate. Like I said, if y'all here in the city with us, you see a fire. It's the gate. We have burned it down one last time. Do what you want to do at this point. Summer 2021. All bets are off. All fucking bets are off this summer.
The bets are off.
No one cares.
Run to it. Run from
I
it.
subscribe from that Walmart email.
There you go.
That email chain, please put it in your spam folder. 'Cause that'll be a quick way to fuck your day up. Quick way. Oh, I think my order's arrived. No.
Welcome, nigga.
This is not my order. I have an order for nigger.
Nigger, party of two. Nigger, party of two.
Is that Spanish? What is that?
Is it nigre?
Is it Irish? What are you?
If it's Irish, it's Nigger. It's pronounced Shanae.
No. Right. Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Bullshit.
Well, speaking of like how we're so great to like we're ready to do all this funny shit like on a dime. Let's shout out to all of our people that we have plugged and worked with all this time. That was great improvisation you guys just did. So shout out to people like Catch Theater here in Charlotte, my homeboy Kev, your new location. I've seen you out there. I hope to see you very soon. Thank you for promoting us. When we promoted you, we will see you very soon. Catch Theater, if you're here in the Charlotte area, go check them out.
Bless.
I'm going to save the best one for last. So who else we got?
Honey Steam Oasis.
Honey Steam Oasis.
Shout out to Honey.
Smell them candles.
Smell 'em candles.
Be Invincible.
Be Invincible, yes.
Jay the Creator. Oh, excuse me. You said that.
Yes, we'll save him. Big Boost, whatever you're doing. It was Jet Endeavor. I know you got
Rapping.
you're rapping. Whatever you're doing out here, my dude, we support you. We love you. Thank you for being here. Lex Bibbs.
Yes.
Smith, keep the money on the Ford. Y'all check our boy out. It's good stuff. Are we missing anyone?
Yes, Hart Law Firm.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Oh, it's a throwback.
Family and immigration law. Check them out if y'all need help in those areas. Please do. I think, other than the very last one, I think that is it. Jay the Creator, my guy, my dude, my buddy. Y'all got any words for your boy?
Jay, thank you so much.
Also, happy belated birthday, Jay.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah, nigga.
Congrats to the little creator that's on the way, and shout out to you for just being you and helping us on this journey. Thank you so much for imparting your vision. We get so many compliments, and I feel like that picture has become iconic. It's like, something about when a new episode pops up. Thing. It's that picture. So, Jay, thank you so much for just taking the time and working with us. You are just as much a part of this podcast as anybody else. So, thank you.
That was on me. I'm so sorry. Drewski for our season 3 music. Thank you very much for switching up our vibe for us also to go with our new artwork. It all flowed very nicely.
And shout out to whoever those other niggas were from the other seasons.
Yes.
From the other music. I forgot I don't know the names, but that shit was a bop.
Yes, also a bop. Shout out to Benji for coming up with that. That was his idea. So yes, thank you guys for all of that, for always supporting us and shouting us out. We will continue to support you in our own way. Y'all, if y'all are out there watching our Instagram and stuff like that, check these people out. We stand by everything that we've ever said about them. They are wonderful people doing wonderful things. You should most definitely check them out if you're in the area. Hit them up. Do what they got to do.
We ain't done yet, niggas. That just was the business plug on the middle, just so you know.
So y'all go ahead, give those people a shot. And while you're doing that, we're going to pour up our shot. So come back in just a moment for your shots and some of this shit right here.
For me.
This shit right here, nigga. Right here, this shit, nigga.
It's called death, nigga.
Death. I got shit to do today. Shout out Cat Williams.
Oh, man, that was a really good
That was
stand-up.
one of his best. That was in the Green Jacket, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yes, that's one of his best stand-ups ever.
He looked terrible. Even for that time, he looked atrocious.
That hair all flipped up.
Bro, and that velvet green green blazer with the green
with
shirt,
the baggy
white
pants
tie.
and the Air Force Ones. What are you doing?
The big belt buckle.
He looked bad, but that shit was funny as fuck. I don't know how many times I watched that.
That's good stuff. That's good, high-quality comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is this shit right here. What we're going to do as we close things out here, we got a couple of topics that we had we wanted to have some thoughts and ideas on. So we're going to pass they say pass the peas. We're going to pass these topics around and get our opinions. We're just going to shoot the shit with y'all for a little bit. So kick back, relax, tell a friend, pull up and plug in.
Oh, I meant to say this shit earlier. Did y'all watch the Verses with SWV and Escape?
I did.
No.
And it was
I
like
didn't.
watching your aunties take a slow fall to hell.
It was absolutely terrible. Because who was it that didn't sing at first? Was it Escape or
No, Coco was acting like she had a stick up her ass at first. And I think it's because her shoes were too tight in her pants. And then she changed her outfit and put on some sneakers and a sweatshirt, and she was much better.
It was bad. No, for real. It was that bad. Like, it was really bad. Because I was watching, I was like, what is going on?
Well, old girl Taj was hyped.
I don't know who's that. Her sister?
From SWV. So you got Taj, Lily, and Coco. Taj was the one that was hyped the whole time.
Oh,
like,
okay.
she was singing. She was like her and Tamika Scott, not Tasha.
The one who actually sings, or the one who just got really big butt over the course of a couple years?
Well, Latasha is the one that always they used to call her the bigger one, but she's really not that big.
No, it's her butt. Her butt is just really big, and her boobs.
Not her, but the other one, her sister. Her and Taj were hyped the whole time. Yes, they were both hyped the whole time, trying to like amp it up, and like everyone else was kind of like weird. Tiny, like she had just had her injections, and it was like, ma'am, are you like your mouth is like not. Like, like she looked like if she had like drank water, it was gonna come out the side of her mouth. Like that's how she was looking.
She wanted to keep her mouth shut so she didn't say nothing about them stolen children.
And Candy kept trying to put her shit in there like anybody gives a damn about what she did by herself.
Well, they didn't have anything else. They had to use Candy songs.
First of all,
what else do they have? Let's go. Give me 20. Give me 20 SWV hits that they can stand on by themselves.
We talking about Escape.
I'm sorry, Escape. Candy, yeah, but give me 20 ones that they have.
That's not where we are right now.
Okay, we're going to get there. We're coming back to that.
That's not where we are.
That is some shit right here.
Anyway, wow.
That's it.
It's
that's
wow.
WV.
Wow.
Right here.
Whoa. I felt personally attacked.
No, I had this conversation when the whole thing first started, and this is going to be my last statement on this. I don't care either way, because I like the songs that I know of them. I like them both ways. But I didn't think that either group had 20 songs that I was just like, yo, I ride with that and I want to hear it in the verses, especially in comparison to other verses that I've heard previously, where I'm like, yo, I know all of these hits. These are just jams. But like, I don't think that SWV nor Escape, not to be partial to one or the other, has 20 hits from just the group that are like hits.
Well, they didn't do 20. They did 10 each.
They did 20.
They don't have 20.
That's why they did everybody else's songs. That's my point. Because when we first came into it, people were like, "Oh, they got 20." I was like, "Where? Like, please tell me."
They might have some deep cuts, but not 20 hits.
They don't even have 20 deep cuts.
Whoa, I don't.
They have 20 songs. They have 20 songs.
I disagree with that.
That's fine. It's fine. The world didn't, and therefore here we are. Even though I've never talked to anybody else about it except for the people who are watching. I love
Escape. I love them both, but Escape is my favorite only because of just I identify with their music better.
And Escape is Candy in them.
Candy. Escape is Candy. I would rather say it's Latasha and them because Candy is a fucking mess. But
I
anyway.
don't know anybody's name but Candy and Toy and Tiny. What's her name? Toy? No.
Her name is Tiny.
Mm-hmm. As long as I don't really know the other
Tip
ones.
wife.
I know the Applehead and her sister.
Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking of Applehead and her sister, ladies and gentlemen, if you have, wherever you are, pour up a shot with us. We're over here. I'm drinking Casamigos with my amigos.
My cousin was trying to take a shot with us when we took it. She took liquor upstairs.
For us.
I don't feel like calling her.
Cousin, we love you wherever you at.
Shoot with me, girl. I'm going to text somebody, take a shot.
So this is to this shit right here.
We can timestamp it.
Yes. At this point in time, we took a shot. Tweet. Oh, yeah. Tweet.
Why does that taste like lime?
I has a little lime in there.
Oh, God. Sorry. I didn't expect it. That's why I was like, well, this tequila done turn.
For the worst.
Not a bad turn.
This tequila's in transition. Change him.
Oh, God, yeah. It tastes like a little blood in there. It's just a little bit of blood in that tequila.
Why would you?
Rebecca.
Anyway, shots up. So, this shit right here. Our first thing on the docket. What 90s or early 2000s TV show would you bring back for a final season or a movie to put a bow on things?
I'll go and say it. I wish that Jamie Foxx and the Wayans brothers would have gotten official seasons that close out, so I could see what the hell was going on.
Versus just the last season?
Just basically just a last season of nothing. I don't know. Yeah. Like, I felt like they gave Martin the well-due. Well, even they had to close it based on what they had.
I got
Will Smith's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they got their closeout. I think they just needed to close out the Wayans brothers and the Jamie Foxx show out equally.
Yeah,
that's just my thought.
Yeah.
The Wayans was my second. My first is Girlfriends. They ended on some bullshit. I always wanted things to turn around. I always wanted Tony's character to pop back up and fix things. I thought it was a bullshit.
Oh, she left in the show?
Yes, she left in the whatever. I think it was 8 seasons, and she left on the 7th one, or whatever it was.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't gotten past that.
And then the season after that was just like, It was weird without her because they weren't. It looked like it was unplanned, and the whole thing just kind of. I think they did 2 more without her, and it was just like, no, because her story was getting good to me. But then whatever happened, so I would love to see what happened in the future. And they're all friends, so it wasn't anything bad with them. It was just whatever the fuck happened on set and with filming and whatnot. So I would love for them to wrap that up. Especially with Tracy about to be out here, Blackish about to be over. She needs something to do.
Oh, that show's ending?
The season that's coming in the fall is their final season.
Oh, they've had a good run, though.
Yes.
They're coming out with Oldish or something like that. I think Lawrence Fishburne and Jennifer Lewis is supposed to get.
Kenya Barris is doing the most. I don't know.
I would. I am a stickler for this show, and my son loves it and makes me so happy. But A Different World ended. It did have an actual ending, but I would have loved for there to have been more. Like, I wanted to see what happened when Dwayne went to Japan to work at Konnichiwa. I wanted to see what he and Whitley's kid was going to be like. But I also just really like that. I've always really liked that show. So I would have loved to see more from that show. I don't think I would want to watch it as a movie because it's just not the same. I need some situational comedy that things bring about. But there's that one, and there was another one, but I'm drawing a blank. But
now, I thought of that question because I was watching the Friends had their reunion special on HBO Max. It dropped today, and I did watch it just because I've watched Friends. I'm not like a fanatic, but I did like it was fine, whatever. But it got me to thinking. I'm like, so they did it with Fresh Prince. Did y'all watch their little reunion thing that they did?
Yeah.
They did it similar to that. That's how it looked. It was very similar to that whole process.
They have one person that didn't.
No, they were all there.
Okay, cool.
And it was there was not a whole lot of dark stuff on theirs. It was very funny, comical, whatever. But it got me thinking about all the shows that, like these shows, the ones that we mentioned, that we really loved. And I'm like, they don't have the accolades, I guess, that Fresh Prince or that Friends would have. But, like, people still loved them, though.
It's something about living single.
Like, they feel like people pushed for the longest to get Girlfriends on any streaming platform, and then when it finally came on Netflix, like, that was a huge thing. Martin is finally on. Is it Hulu?
BET Plus.
BET Plus. It's not on Hulu.
It's somewhere else.
Oh, and HBO. I think it's on HBO.
It's
Max
somewhere.
No, that's Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
It's somewhere else other than BET Plus.
Amazon Prime, you can get to it if you have the BET Plus subscription.
Okay.
Because I've been trying to watch Martin for the longest, but
but even that, even still, like as much as black people or people in general, because I think people in general like Martin Lawrence, and it's still not something that's now. Granted, they had a lot of shit going on with their cast, but at the same time, like those shows are not celebrated in the same way. I'm like, I would love instead of like I didn't need to see what Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox are doing. I don't care. But I would like to see, Sean and Marlon back together, or Jamie and Braxton kicking it one last time. That would be fun to me. Yeah. So I don't know.
Or even if you're gonna have friends get back together, like you said, bring back Jamie in. Because I looked at Jamie's new show on Netflix and was totally disappointed with that.
Yes, very.
And I just thought,
not a fan.
Is this the same guy who was doing the Jamie Foxx show? Like, is this what it's come down to? I would love for them to come back together and like give us some behind the scenes, maybe give us some type of conclusion to the show or some type of explanation. Like you said, same thing with the Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans, and we can't do Pop anymore because R.I.P.
Jesus Christ.
But the mom is still alive, or the security guard, I'm sorry, is still alive.
D.
Yes, D. So. I don't know.
So this show is newer, but I would have loved to see more from the Carmichael show.
Someone else said that about that show. I never watched it, but they said they really liked it.
I enjoyed the show, but I also think that Loretta Devine and the Cowardly Lion from The Wiz.
What was it?
David Allen Greer. Yeah, they're just their dynamic is hilarious. Similar to how Lawrence Fishburne and my boo boo
Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah. Hard. But I would love from all of these major like the black shows from the 90s to get like blooper reels. Like I can only imagine the blooper reels from like Martin, Jamie Foxx show, Living Single, even Fresh Prince. Like just imagine the shit that happened behind the scenes. That would be fire.
Yes.
I think personally, I would pay for that. A one-time fee, a one-time reasonable fee,
A one-time fee.
No, those shows are, and they're still funny. So like, I would love to see whatever they have. Anything. Anytime I see anything with like Living Single, I'm always watching. What are they talking about? What is this?
But it's supposed to be bringing back doing Living Single. I don't want to say reboot, but it's supposed to be
With
all
its
the original
essence.
characters,
Yes.
and they're gonna go like I guess the next generation. I don't know.
We'll see. We shall see.
After the way that Coming to America 2 happened,
I still didn't watch that.
Coming to America, I didn't think it was a bad movie on its own. By itself, it was not a bad movie to me. But as a sequel, normally sequels have a similar vein to the previous movie, so you kind of know what you're. So I thought it was gonna be a little bit more gritty and grimy or whatever. Now 30 years is a long fucking time for a sequel, but like something like that, then it kind of made me like, if they do a reimagining of Living Single and they come out and Kyle Barker he and Max have
looks
kids,
sick, bless.
he might be, but.
That Coming to America.
I didn't watch it.
Was it supposed to be a sequel? Or was it a remake? Because the first one, because it felt very remake-ish.
To me, it was like they were paying homage to the first. It was like it was like a 30-year anniversary. We gonna all get together for
it's like
our
a
30
capitalization on like the remake like culture that's out here. Let's get in there and see, because people love it. And what did niggas do? Stream it. So it fit
It was
whatever
just at
purpose
home,
they were trying.
and Amazon was like, "You got it, fam."
Yes.
We
Like,
got
I think I got through 30 minutes, and I was like, I think this wasn't made for me.
It was very corny. It was
was like,
very,
it's not
very
for
corny.
I did not watch. I felt in my spirit. I was like, you know what? When I saw clips, I was like,
It was a
not the same.
family
I don't
version.
want this.
It was a family version of Coming to America, and that is not what Coming to America the original is. It's
Right.
there's nothing family about that.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are literally titties in the first like 10 minutes, like titties. I remember the first time I ever saw that shit, like the real version versus the UPN version.
Or USA.
And I was like,
Network.
oh shit, them is titties.
Them's titties.
The royal penis is clean, your highness. I was like, oh, them shits is titties.
And now you got the ABC Family version of Coming
Yeah,
to
and
America.
ain't a lick of tit. Nothing. There's nothing.
It's just all slapstick.
Well, speaking of showing titties, do we think that one night stands ruin the prospects of relationships?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it does. And I'll say that it just depends on the chemistry that you have with the person. Like some one night stands, you know you're just there to fuck. Other one night stands, you might just wind up in one and realize they are cool ass people, or you want to get something to eat after this, get some breakfast, and just want to hang out.
Not coffee in the morning.
Yes. So I don't think it ruins the prospect.
Yeah.
But I do believe sometimes you do go into your one night stand knowing that this is just a fucking one night stand, depending on what the situation is. Tonight.
Kitty all night.
Oh, not tonight. I also agree that it is not like the end of particular romance, especially because for me, if I meet a woman and like we kind of vibe or whatever, and she was like, "Yo, I'm trying to fuck," I'd be like, I appreciate you being honest and not doing that whole beat around a bush thing of like, I'm not supposed to do this.
I don't normally
Because we're
like
adults.
this.
We're adults at this point, right?
Because I'm not supposed to be. So that part
Don't
is
tell
really,
nobody.
please, but record it.
But record it. Click.
So, and I think that the forwardness and just the knowing what you want thing is like is something that I would have been cool with. And if we develop something from there, we develop something from there is what it is.
Right.
Now, I will say this. Let me put a caveat in this, bitch.
Do the caveat.
If someone said, "Oh, if the one night stand was like me and my niggas run a train," that
is absolutely
has
it.
changed the game.
That's a cow.
That's
That's a cow of different colors. Is that what they say?
Yes, a great songwriter once said, as Coley said, my dear, you do not know me, but I know you very well."
No, that can't be.
No, but that's the only way. But that's not normal.
Those hopes have been dashed already.
It is as a woman of a certain age, it's nice to hear that from gentlemen who are around the same age. I don't know shit from you. when I said that just now. Excellent.
She's older.
I personally have never had. I've never had that experience.
A one night stand, or like the one
No,
night stand leading to something.
It's never led into anything else.
Okay.
But also, I'm also of the, as Esquire was saying, I knew what I was doing, so it was never that intention. But it is something that I wonder about, though, just because I've seen it happen to other people. So that's where it comes from. Me, I don't have the direct experience, so it's nice to know that perhaps there are men out there that wouldn't care. So, like I said, all bets are off summer 2021.
Random side question.
You jump in on now the outside is open.
If y'all think of like one night stands, what song comes to mind?
One night stands?
Extravaganza by Jamie Foxx.
From
Not
that
even
first
the
album.
MC. Is that song?
That's all I can think of right now.
Me?
Last night, me and my dogs was hanging out.
I don't have one that I can think of off the top of my head.
It's one night extravaganza.
Every one night stand I've ever had was done to the tune of Jennifer Hudson's "One Night Only." And I don't know why. Listen, the build up. That's the build up right there.
Get out.
Oh my God.
And my devotion.
Is that y'all undressing?
Out of here.
Exactly. That's what we have. That's what we're conversing. My love and soul, right on the line.
The dance track is
No.
Get out of here.
No. I wrote this song for you, Effie. You got to sing it. No.
Effie, what?
Oh, every
Cannot be
time.
it.
Dream Girl has legitimately had a staple
We're opening
in my
the
heart.
playlist with that.
Please.
Not one
Please.
night only. And then when you blowing her back out, that's when the Beyonce disco version come out.
Oh my gosh. That's good.
We've got one night only.
That's
one
it.
night only. But yeah, sorry guys, that was my random aside.
No,
I've had a lot of these.
that's fine.
I don't want that.
But that's,
Your one
that's
night
literally
playlist.
how it always
Your one night
was.
stand playlist.
I'm going to think about that and I'm going to have an answer for you before we're done.
Okay, good.
I thought you were gonna say something like, "Let me hold you."
No, not at all. Not at all. It was
That's not your
literally
one night.
Jennifer Hudson walking out to that grave scene in the snow. Who died? Was it? Oh, that's when Jimmy died.
Jimmy died,
Yeah.
and she performed that song. You know the song, Mister? No, that's I'm Changing. That's
Yeah,
what she
that's
does. I'm
before
Changing.
Jimmy died.
Oh, bless.
Did they steal? They didn't steal I'm Changing. That's when whatchamacallit came back and wrote that song for her. Okay,
They stole One Night Only.
they stole one night only.
Yeah.
They stole that.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have time for this, Marty. I don't want to hear it. Where you are, mister.
You are.
Do you know the song, Mister? He looked like not today. I said I don't want to see her.
Oh, God.
Make it stop. I hate that.
Y'all the worst. Okay, so what's next?
That's fine.
Speaking of people dying in grave scenes,
God.
which Grey's Anatomy death are you
hell.
still not over?
Oh, God.
I will have to say, I am. It's hard because that plane scene. When fucking.
Bless it.
Have you seen the most recent season?
I'm caught up.
I'm not all the way
Except
caught
for-
up. I've got like 2 or 3 episodes.
So, what's the most recent death you've seen
The most recent death.
of like notable note? Before I spoil anything.
The most recent death that I saw.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Just in case y'all niggas actually watch Grey's
Has anyone of
Anatomy.
note died this season?
Yes.
I don't know who's died of this season of note. Who was of use?
Okay. Well, then I won't mention this person.
This season?
Yeah, this season, like literally a couple episodes ago.
A death.
Yes, a stabbing, if you will.
Not confused
Oh,
with
yes.
Adele.
Okay. You should call it. You're not that far behind.
I don't know. I don't remember what happened 2 episodes ago. If the person had died or not.
I don't know anybody that's died just yet.
Damn. Okay. I thought you were further along. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure I didn't spoil it for you.
Thank
if
you so
have not
much.
seen. But I'll go back to old school deaths. O'Malley, 007.
Oh yeah,
he didn't die. He didn't die.
He did die.
He
died.
Oh no, because he was on the beach. He was on the beach.
Yep, he got hit by the bus, and he wrote out the name. Who is this guy? 007.
Yeah, but I think the one that hurt the most for me was Lil Gray.
Oh,
from the plane crash.
She was trapped under something, wasn't she?
Yeah. That shit hurt. That shit was real.
I think the one that hurt for me the most.
What hurts the most?
I'm gonna say.
Don't say it.
I'm probably gonna say Derek Shepherd. Maybe I think Derek Shepherd only because
that episode was painful.
He was literally fighting for the person to be heard, that Penelope to be heard, and they were treating her like she didn't know what she was talking about. It's like, do the scan. You're right, you're right. And
it's too late.
Meredith came up in there, and they got all these kids, and she just like breaks the fuck down. Like it's between that and Jack Pearson. Like I don't.
Jack Pearson? Who's Jack Pearson again?
From This Is Us.
Okay, so you're not talking about from the show. Okay.
Grace.
Right. Did you switch?
I was about to say, you mean Danny Duquette.
Right.
In my head, I was like, when did Milo, when was he on?
Baby Derek.
Mine, Derek for me, yes, because the show is forever changed for me because Derek is gone. Because I love their love story. And Meredith is so
broken.
She's unsettled without him. And even though she has these moments, you're caught up?
Yeah.
So she has these moments of happiness.
Yeah, they're pockets.
They're little pockets, but I feel like she is just lost without him still. And I'm like, that's so awful that it worked out that way.
Which is why he was on the beach just chilling with her the whole time.
So like I hated that because I'm like, how we spent all these seasons getting them together, and then just like to rip them apart that way. But then also Mark Sloan, I hated that. Oh yeah, because I loved his character. And I thought he was making a turn to be like a better person, and I loved that. Yeah. And then you thought he was going to be okay, and then he wasn't okay. I hated that so much.
That shit.
And they narrated the hell out of that. They was like, he don't look like he's getting better.
Yes.
He was like sitting up talking stuff. He's going to slowly fade away.
The surge. What the fuck?
That shit was bad.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy has taken us through some shit, and when I thought Richard Webber was going to die last season, I was not okay.
I was ready to fight the cast. Yes,
Richard. They've been having Richard out here looking like a fool on this show. He might as well die.
I saw a TikTok that it was like Grey's Anatomy and the people that you want to die, and they had all these people running through this door, but whoever was at the door was like, no, it was like Teddy Altman, Owen, and all these random people. They were like, no, not them. And then like all the people that we hate to see go, they're letting like, come on in, like bringing them through. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, why are you killing off these people?
Oh, did they have like a person that was killing people one season, and that the guy? No, yeah, because that's when old girl had to blow the thing up, right? Stephanie. Then she had to like blow. She like set the hospital on fire or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Because there was a murderer running. Because one of the guys that was in there, the white guy that came in with Avery.
Oh yeah.
He got killed, and he was just in the elevator and just like slumped.
Well, no, when Stephanie left, that was a different episode.
That was different season.
I was gonna say because
she did have to do something.
She got burned.
Yes, and then she left the hospital after that.
Yeah. But the dude, because remember there was somebody like going through killing people in the hospital.
That was a different episode.
It was two things like that. Because one of them was the guy was looking for Derek Shepherd, and he had that gun, that old man. That was in the earlier season.
And that's when nobody that was with Avery in the elevator. That's when that was.
And that wasn't old buddy. That was Karev. Karev had gotten shot and crawled into the elevator.
Yeah, no, the other dude was like later on.
Well, the one that was under the bed when Bailey she fell and then saw him under the bed. The one that came in with Jackson and April.
Okay, I gotta go back.
The dude after Derek. That's that episode. Because Bailey dropped down and then saw him laying under there like losing his shit.
Right, and he pulled her out. Didn't he pull her from under the bed too? I don't know. I gotta see.
Also, honorable mention was when Jackson and April lost their child. Because the baby was like had some kind of like muscle growth and all that, bones were growing. I was like, that episode really, really hurt, and that was before I had a kid, and it hurt then.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I was like, ooh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, Grace. 17
Gray
seasons.
Lost about everybody in her family.
She has so much hurt.
Mom,
and I just
dad,
I hate that. Yes.
Sister.
She got some babies though. I guess.
Well, speaking of people that have gone on, if any of you had the opportunity with music, which music legends would you want to see live in concert? Now, is this a choice between these two, or this is suggestions?
I put it definitely between these two because I know how much we love either one of them. That would make it difficult, but it could be, if you want to add anyone outside of these, that's also fine.
People who've gone on to be with the Lord.
So the current choice, the choice in front of us is Michael or Whitney, but if you'd like to add an additional, I do want you to make that choice. My choice is Whitney. My choice is Michael. And it's a begrudging Whitney, but it's Whitney.
I saw Prince, so I can't. So he doesn't work for me. He wasn't in his prime. He was old, but still great. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's hard because, like, even between Michael and Whitney, it's like I feel like they did so many things live that I was able to see it. I don't know. I would probably go with I would probably have to find like a jazz artist. Only because like
B.B. King.
That would probably be fire too, for the blues side of things. But I like live music, right? So a lot of the things with Michael and with Whitney is they were doing a lot of singing, and their voices were like really what was like driving things. But with like older jazz artists or different jazz artists, like you have like their bands were like fire, and I don't know. So I'll think on that. Before this is over, I have an answer for you.
See, I'm in the opposite viewpoint of Michael, because when Michael was in his prime, he was singing, but he wasn't singing as well as young Michael. He become more of the entertainer, where he was giving you the show where he could sing, but he was dancing and he was doing the choreography, and he had the lights and the special effects, and he's giving you like this story. And as we like to say, that feeling of being in the music. And Whitney, of course, she just had her voice and she could just wrap you up and do whatever. I think if I wanted to go to a live concert between those two, I would want to be out of my seat most of the time and be in there like losing my shit in the pew or the aisle.
Not the pew, because it's worship.
You would be in the balcony?
Going through and passing out, getting carried out with all the other white women that was getting carried out whenever he performed.
White men.
That was a tough decision because like we grew up seeing those videos, of course, those images, and I love Michael Jackson. Like top to bottom, doesn't really matter. I love him. But when I think of like whenever I hear Whitney, like we'll have these nights we get to playing Whitney Houston, I'm usually like stuck in my seat. Like I would have loved, like it gives me chills. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, what song it is. I love to hear her sing, and I would have loved to hear it live before she died. Like Michael's great. He puts on a wonderful show, and I love it. But the singing is what gets me, like full on sang the motherfucking song. So Whitney does that for me. But to what you were saying, after watching Andra Day play Billie Holiday, and I got to think about all those old jazz things, I would like to see Billie Holiday would have been nice. Even like a John Coltrane, people like that, because I love all those old things like that, like old jazz.
Duke Ellington and all of them.
That's like the grooviness, like that would have been really fun.
Maybe Ray.
Like
I think Ray would
be
dope too.
Yes,
Maybe
stuff
Ray.
like that.
Or Luther.
Ooh, James Brown. Ooh, James.
Getting it.
Or Luther. Mama loved her some Luther, and she used to always have Luther playing. And I just remember he had an album for everything.
He did.
Used to be out there going to go get it.
Woke up this morning, took a picture just to get me started.
That'd have been a good little go-to.
Good stuff.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just want things to get better.
Speaking of things getting better, since you said that, outside is open, my niggas. Outside is open. I don't know where y'all are in the world, but we are here in the Queen City out here in North Carolina, and outside is fucking open. The governor said, fuck it all, balls to the wall, open the gate. Do we trust it? Are the rules too lenient? Are we with the shits?
I am with the shits adjacent. Because I do have to be cognizant of what I bring home to the little nigga, because he is not vaccinated, nor does he have antibodies. So from that vantage point, I am cautious. But I will say this, like I have been in the streets, quote unquote, these last 2 weekends with my niggas, and it has been.
I've seen y'all out there. I said, look at my niggas. I'm so happy for y'all.
As the Flintstones said, it was a gay old time. I was just having a ball. Just a ball. So from that vantage point, and things were still like not crazy crowded.
Right.
We were, had exclusive areas or whatever the case may be, but like just being smelling outside and having fun with your people and not having to worry about, can I hug my friend? Like, I ain't seen you in a year, but can I hug you because it's like we all vaccinated? It's like, ooh, embrace me, nigga. And like, I really enjoyed that. So that part of being with the shits and the streets calling, I'm answering.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. My only stipulation is that the things being overcrowded. So I'm glad you had that experience. A couple weeks back, I went to brunch and we actually were like out, like the weekend outside opened, where we were eating. They had to stop taking orders because it was so fucking busy in the restaurant. And that's not the first busy thing I've done since outside has opened up. And it's like, and I live in a place where outside is just like, it's crazy out here. When I take a walk outside starting tomorrow, like it's hot right now too. And I'm just like, oh my God, like that's the only part for me. I've enjoyed being able to do the things I like to do and not be overcrowded. I like that. I like being able to get to the bar and have a drink. So that's my only thing. But other than that, I am out here. You know, I'm vaccinated, so I feel good. I feel pretty good about it.
You're vaxxed and waxed. No need to relax.
I'm vaccinated, melanated, and ready to be penetrated.
Oh, I like that one too. I can't use it, but
I'm so glad that you don't use it. Please don't use it. I'm 100% one way. That's you. But that's me on the outside. Like, I'm with the shits, but like, can we please, like, can we still have like a little bit of rules? Because there's too many people.
I think I'm thinking like, I'm like y'all. I'm pretty much lenient adjacent, as you all were saying, and looking and seeing what's going on. Still trying to be cautious as far as like if I'm on the inside wearing my mask. And thankfully, North Carolina hasn't dropped that. So I still feel good about that. But as far as like being outside, I'm snatching that mask clean off and walking around and taking in the fresh air and all that kind of stuff. And my whole goal is getting to July. I feel like once they said that the goal was July 4th, everything going back to where it could be, I'm probably going to feel a little bit better then. So we'll see how it goes.
Unfortunately, all of this openness also means that work is starting to open back up, because I got an email today about moving to a new location. I was like, oh God, they found me. Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah. My boss sent it to me and was like, can you fill this out so you can have your move request? I don't have an office and I want to keep it that way.
Not a move request. Did you put in a move request?
No, because I had an office at one point and then they moved another team into that one, so I was just kind of no man's land. Then the pandemic hit, and so then I went out on leave, and then pandemic hit. Then I went out on leave, whatever.
Gotcha.
And so it never happened. Also, update. I was just informed. The Charlotte location of Steak 48 is not the one that's enforcing that minimum. That's in Chicago and Philadelphia. It's not the Charlotte location, is what I was just told via an article.
Okay.
But I was still going to pay.
That's crazy. The people that I saw posted weren't here in Charlotte.
Because they posted the picture that they got online. They didn't post the article, I'm sure. Because I've seen the picture, and that's how I found out about it. Okay. But I just read the article.
Reading is fundamental.
I don't do it well, but I don't do it often, but I do it well.
Yes, I love that. No, that is like that. The thing about work, my job as of September, I have to make a decision about whether or not I want to do 1 or 2 days and do like a hoteling of like desks. So if you come in 1 or 2 days, you just ask them, you tell the front desk, I'm here, and they tell you where a free desk is. Or if you want a dedicated workspace, you have to come at least 3 days in the week. And I'm like, fuck, oh my God. But you have to make a decision. I'm totally remote. I've gone to the office off and on here the last couple months, so I don't mind going. I just want to go when I feel like it. So having to make a commitment is kind of like, what? But also like the choosing a random desk every day, like I don't know about that either. So I have a decision to make in the next couple months. But yes, jobs are out here doing all types of incentives to get people out here and back in the office. So,
We ain't got no incentives on ours. They just said, come
well, they giving people lunch out here. We're having in 2 weeks, I think, they're doing a happy hour at the bar across the street. What was it?
BBGB?
Yeah, BBGB. They're doing a happy hour with drinks, open bar, and all that stuff for all the people who were signed up to be back in the office. And while I have not been back in the office in 2 months, I will be at that that open bar.
Wow.
Like, hello, see you guys in September. That'll be me. Anyway, That's us. But speaking of people doing things that don't make no sense, this one hits kind of personal for me because I know someone on my timeline who does this, and it gets under my skin every time I fucking see it. People who record themselves doing good deeds and then posting it on social media. Is it for clout or is it just spreading love? I will go just because, like I said, it's a personal one for me. The person who's doing it, I know for a fact that they do a lot of things in the community. I know that they've come from a place where they've got several businesses. They are doing things for the community. But this is also someone who's always letting us all know how far he has come, what he has done, what he has. And I'm like, the shoes, the flashy, the clothes, the whatever. And it's just like, the rest of his life is super flashy. So when you do this, I'm just like, it doesn't sit well with me. And if I'm going to give money or do something, volunteer my time or my service or something, I might tell people that I know personally that I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. But am I taking a picture about it? Probably not, because that's not what I'm there for. So I don't know. It feels weird to me when people do that, unless you're like a general, like an organization doing something. When you're a person, this motherfucker goes out every year and like will show himself like buying groceries people at the damn Walmart, and I'm like, one, I'm mad because I'm like, why am I not at the Walmart right now? One, two, like, why are you like putting this on blast like this? Whose attention are you trying to catch? I don't know.
This social media thing is just, you just never know what anybody's true intentions are when they do things. There are some people who literally are seeking some type of recognition or have to get some type of props for doing some of the littlest things, like, hey, I just cooked this meal or whatever. So of course there's going to be people out here who see having a canned food drive at their kids' school as, we got to stand on them because we brought the most boxes for the canned food drives. I don't really have a problem. I do have a problem with people doing it just for clout, but I don't have a problem if people post it if they're putting information in there that says how you can get involved and help too. Okay. Like those kind of pictures are different than just, you know what, I'm just real blessed. I send me your cash out. Send me your cash out. Yes. I just sent 17 people a cash out with yada, and sent them some money or whatever. And I know that shit is kind of small. A lot of times with social media, you just look at shit, you just pass by it or whatever. But I think it just comes off as disingenuous if you are only doing this just so that you can get as many likes as possible. Mm-hmm. So that's my take on it.
I feel as though it is, again, completely dependent on the person. Ooh, sure. Ooh, you too. Oh. So I feel as though it depends on the person, right? And just what you know about the person behind it. And then again, when it comes to social media, you don't necessarily know a lot about the person behind it. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I have seen people who do this on a regular basis and they just always want to take pictures with the random little baby from Africa that they went and helped to feed when they went on whatever mission trip they went on. And I'm like, you know what, maybe that's just a moment in time you want to remember. Everyone uses their social media for different ways. I'm the kind of person that when I go places and do things, I'm normally lost in the moment. Like I don't normally post stuff. Like I had to hound you for pictures from the other weekend because I ain't got none because I was just out there in it and that's just kind of who I am. Like I didn't even take any pictures at my wedding, like with my phone, like aside from the photographer. So because I just kind of get caught up in the moment and I'm like, I don't really care if anybody else sees this shit. The people who were here, who are a part of it, that's what matters to me, is that you are impacted by whatever is happening here. Same with giving back. That's how I feel. Now, you can tell the people who are only doing it, for the clout, and that bothers me when they're doing it for the clout. And when it's very apparent that they're like, oh, look at me, I do this, I do that, this is what I got, you don't do this. And it's like, what's more important, the fact that you're telling people that you're doing something or the fact that you did it? And that is where I would just
rather hear from someone that, oh, I was over here and such was giving out turkeys for Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh, cool. I went to college with him, or I've known him for a long time. That's a cool thing. That's what's up. Versus looking on my timeline and that's all that you see, and it's them like in the truck handing out the thingies, but you don't see like the it's not the people talking about it, it's them pushing it. I'm like, I don't really care what you have to say. I'm more interested in the people who were blessed by what you were doing. Like, I don't know. I don't.
Was it that time? Was it Mike Pence that showed up to that whatever that they were doing, and he was there for like 5 minutes with like the boxes or whatever?
It was empty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or when Donald Trump was throwing like paper towels out to people in Puerto Rico, like, because that's what they need right now. Like, we don't need a photo op. It's weird to me. If you do some good, like, by all means do it, but like, you don't have to show us that you're doing it. Just I needed to do it and then make it work. Those people need to be impacted, whatever. You know.
Speaking of doing good work.
And impacted.
Oh my. So here's the context. So the question is it Bazzi? Is it body positivity,
like
or is it
body
accepting being obese as okay? This comes from a tweet by none other than our least favorite coon, Candace Owens. She says,
Least favorite coon.
This is following a
Who's your favorite?
a few covers of that Cosmopolitan did back before the end of the year.
Don't trust them niggas.
Promoting plus size women. So Candace Owens says, and full disclosure, those of you who don't know who she is, she's terrible. But she's she like a correspondent?
She's a political commentator. She kind of is in the same vein as where Stacey Dash is right now. Or was, because Stacey was like arrested in Miami.
What?
Remember we did? Well, I don't know if you were on that the podcast at the time, but Stacey got like the police called on her by her white husband, and he was like, she's attacking me, and like she was trying to run for office and all this kind of stuff. It was a lot going on. But she's in that same political vein, showing up on Fox News, showing up on panels to attack and tell people about black people.
And they're making her a voice for the rest of us, and she is not.
Right.
But anyway, she says, in response to the two covers that the magazine Cosmopolitan put out right before the end of the year, we must fight to protect the next generation of children who are being intentionally targeted and brainwashed with lies. Women can be men can be women, and now obesity is healthy? No, it's not. Clinical obesity is the main cause of America's #1 killer, heart disease. Followed by the following statement also, if you can do the splits while smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, then you're healthy, said nobody ever. And then she tagged Cosmopolitan saying, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for trying to glamorize our country's #1 killer. And what ensued was a conversation that actually I thought like she didn't say anything wrong. I think because it came from her. And people were like, I dislike her. But the conversation that ensued was actually very interesting because she was like, there's a whole lot of that going on. And in that same thread, people mentioned Lizzo and how she's had the year and a half or so that she had. People loved her and appreciated her so much. She did have her haters, yes. But then you have people that just didn't give a fuck, you know. And so the thread is talking about the difference between people who are, yes, plus size, but also healthy, and then plus size, and maybe that's not good for them. And there's a distinction, but Candace was just like, I'm not here to argue with y'all niggas. I'm not going back and forth with y'all. She fat. Get her off the cover. So that was bad, but thoughts?
I think that this is a quality conversation because I think there's two folds. And I think that if you are on either extreme, you are ignoring important pieces. So when it comes to being overweight, right? Obesity is a very big issue, especially in America, right? And so to be obese, speaking as an obese person according to the scale and the doctors, like my size is problematic. And therefore, I need to lose weight to be more, quote unquote, well, not even quote unquote, but to be more healthy, to have better odds at things not happening. That's just how the world works, right? But that does not mean that while I am obese or whatever I'm classified as, that I don't need to love me as a person. Like I should still love me. I should still love the skin that I'm in while I'm in it. Not to say that the skin can't change or that I need to make different decisions to better my health or moving forward, but I still can be confident in who I am. I still can be okay with the fact that I got a gut. Like I'm cool with that. Like I don't want to have a gut forever. And if I never have a 6-pack, I'm okay with that because I don't make millions of dollars. If I make millions of dollars, I don't have a six pack. But so I think that is where the argument starts to fray for me, is when you sit on one end or the other. Because there are a lot of people who are like, oh, well, I'm body positive. It's like, no. You, my dear, you're just being ignorant of the fact that what you're doing and what you're consuming is problematic for your health moving forward. It's not even me knocking you because you're like, well, I gotta put hog maws and ham hogs in my greens. It's like, okay, you say that, right?
I got to.
But I've heard that.
Right.
I've heard people who
Right.
say things like, I can't give up this, or I refuse to give up that. And it's like, okay,
Right.
but what exactly what's the trade-off, right? You don't want to give up your ham hock and your greens, but you got hypertension. But you don't want to take medication because they're trying to kill you. It's like, no. It's
there has to be a medium somewhere.
Something has to give. And that's why I'm saying, if you're on either extreme, because then there are people who are like, oh, you fat. You shouldn't be out here like being body positive, because like Lizzo doing things in the nude or posting naked, like that's just her being like, look, like hell, I'm a woman, I'm naked, fuck it, like I love me regardless of where she is and where she's trying to get to. I don't know Rikishi, so I can't speak to the things
Rikishi.
that's going on in her life. But what I do know is that, like, so what? Like, that's who you are. It's as Esquire used to always say, and probably still does, it's somebody fetish. So if that is what you're trying to do, that's perfectly fine. Especially when you're out here like, look, I'm making good choices, I'm making better choices. I may have made bad choices for 50 years of my life to get me to where I am today.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean I'm supposed to like shame myself into not wanting to like be out here. No, fuck that.
Yes. No.
I do. I agree with everything that you said, Naji, and also just another spin on it. For the people that do want to do better for themselves, and they want to make a lifestyle change, just like we cannot fat shame people who are obese and say they don't have positivity and they need to be doing something different. You cannot shame anybody else for also wanting to do something different with their life, i.e. case in point, Jasmine Sullivan, who dropped all of that weight. And then there were people in her comments talking about, oh, you fat shamed yourself to losing weight. And it's like, no, as Naji was saying, I can still love myself in the skin that I'm in and still work towards being a better, happy, healthier me while still loving who I am and saying, yes, that was me back then. I loved myself then. I love myself now because I'm even healthier than I was back then. On the same token, you can see what bigger people are saying when they say, well, you're trying to be skinny. Everybody who's automatically skinny or very, very skinny does not always equal into you being healthy. That is not it. Some people are dangerously underweight because they're trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with what
or
it
their
is.
genetics just make them that way and they can't do anything about it. I can't gain weight.
I think the whole point of the thing is, like you said, you can work towards saying I love who I am right now, be body positive, but also work to being healthy. And as far as Lizzo, aka Miss Parker,
who lost the weight,
who's out here losing that weight,
Leonard.
That baby, I think we have to be careful with looking at celebrities and what they do, because I'm going to always believe there's an agenda behind it. There is a market that Lizzo caters to when she's out here doing her music. There is that crowd that's like, I'm in it, I'm here, I'm proud, and this is, you going to take me for what I am and go from there. Same thing like when they were doing with Will Smith out here, and he was like, this is just the body I'm in from quarantine. But then later on you find out he's actually going to be working with a fitness company to get himself back in together. So you can't really look at these celebrities and like Candace Owens talking about what's on the magazines and all that kind of stuff, because there's an agenda behind all of that. Yeah. You have to look at everyday people in your life or be accountable to yourself and say either A, I'm going to just be in what the hell I got going on. I don't think it has anything to do with being ignorant. I think it's being comfortable sometimes. Some people don't want to put the work in. Some people are just like, I got to have all my beers and this is what the hell I got to do. Or some people will just be like, yeah, when I go out here and eat, I don't want anything green. I want the bread. I want all the greasy stuff. I want all of that because that's what makes me feel good. I deal with enough stuff in my life. I can control what puts in my body and I'm controlling that.
And to me, that's ignorant. That to me speaks spews ignorance all over the place if you know that you are being detrimental to yourself in doing this. Now, if you sit here and say, I'm going out, and when I go out, I don't have to do that, but I'm at home, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. When I go out, I'm going the fuck out. I get that. I live that.
Yes, live that.
I am that. So, but yeah, for people who are just like, I refuse to give this up with knowing what it does to you, I feel that's a very ignorant way of approaching life.
No, both of you, co-sign both of the things that you said. We have to be careful about generalizations, which is what Candace Owens did, or what anyone who of her opinion has done. Because you don't know what the situations are with any of these people. Lizzo, as someone who follows her, like I see her working out all the time, and she's like, it looks like she's about your height, and she's been this size her whole life. So it's just like she's always had a certain body type. Yeah, she's never been a small person. So however out of control one person might think it is, she's been this way her entire life. So anybody like her, who like a regular ass person who is like her, they do whatever they do to get okay. And you do have some people who are unhealthy, overweight, whatever. That's one thing that's very different. But you have other people who just like they might be bigger and you don't know what their lives are doing. You've got like the football people who are active but bigger. That's totally fine. Like I know people who are bigger but can probably outrun me just because of how active their lifestyles are. And then even like me as a woman. Trying to, I am not comfortable where I am currently, so I am doing something about it. So where I admire some women who have, if you call it body positivity, I admire those women that do that. So, but for me, as Esquire was saying, some people want to do something different. If you want to do something different, then do something different. If you want to be the same, then be the same. That's on you, but it's also not it's not okay for me to like shame you for whatever you decide to do. If you want to get better, get better. If you don't, that's not on me to like talk shit about you.
And you also don't know how far someone has come. Yes. Because I've seen a lot of times where I remember and being of the mindset back when I was younger and fit and shit and like going places like Golden Corral because Golden Corral is just it's a gluttony all over it, right? Because that's why I was there. And then seeing somebody who's like a big person and being like, they don't need to be here. That's just fucking stupid. And now that I'm older and I am a big person, I imagine some kid can see Golden Corral and be like, God damn.
Really,
nigga?
Sir? Really?
Another yeast roll? A second?
More tots, nigga?
Do you really need the ice cream cone?
Exactly. Just open the machine and drink it. So seeing something like that, you don't know that this could be that one person's like chance to go. They may have lost like mad weight. You don't know shit about these people, but yeah, you have these preconceived notions and you have these like assessments that you've made about folk.
The major story with it's like anything. It's like mind your fucking business. This has nothing unless you know that person personally and you're on that level where you can talk to them about this thing. It really doesn't fucking matter what you think, And again, and I also don't like it when skinny people have things to say about people who have meat on their bones. I don't deal well with that. Fuck skinny people. I don't want to be skinny. So that is what it is. I would never shame you, but like you have a lot of
fuck skinny people.
You have a whole lot of nerve talking to me about whatever you got going on. I don't bother you, so leave us alone. Those of us who like our, as Esquire said, all our beers. But anyway, our final topic, and I chose this one just because I had an encounter earlier today with something that bothered me.
The answer is no. Go ahead and ask the question. The answer is no.
Do you have to support things if it's black owned, operated, or curated?
No. You don't.
I used to be in the no camp. I used to generally be in the no camp. When I looked at this question, I kind of thought about it. Okay. But I think that there is it's two sides. There's such a stigma that comes with knowing something is black owned. Mm-hmm. Like you already know the stereotypes. You already know what somebody's got going on. Or they probably not going to be running it correctly. They probably not going to be doing all this kind of stuff, yada yada. But then on the other side, they're doing exactly what the stereotypes are. And the crazy part is you're in a quagmire because it's like
giggity.
We can sit here all day on a Who Left the Gate Open and we can talk about how terrible somebody who is Caucasian has treated someone in the minority community. Yet we feel like we're the most comfortable when we're in a place that's clean and people are running it that are Caucasian or something like that. We were just talking about damn Walmart going to hell because of the nigga emails. So I find myself like I want to support. I want to believe. I have no problem doing it, but I get caught up on the stereotypes. But at the same time, I don't want to give in to the stereotypes. If that makes any sense, like it's a circle I find myself in.
I operate my approach to black-owned anything with the product and whether or not I need it, unless it's someone I personally know. If someone I personally know and they're doing something, I will support it because I know them personally. That's my friend or whoever, sure. But otherwise, it's going to come down to my experience in life and what has led me to this point. So if it's food, I will try things, sure. But if I know something else is trusted and comfortable for me, that's what I'll do. If it's a clothes, like whatever it is, it's going to come down to whether or not I need it. If I don't need it, I do apologize, but that's not something I'm going to do. But also, even in the other realms, like I'll give things, like when it comes to like soul food, Charlotte has a lot of soul food restaurants, people cooking and doing things.
A lot of trash soul food places.
Like, and if it's not my mom and her 6 sisters, for the most part, soul food, quote unquote, is nothing to me. So I'm already a hard sell in that point. So when I go to certain places, I want to go because like there's one place I think we've all been to it at this point, the crab and chicken joint.
You talking about
Maryland?
Lulu's. They've had an excellent year in the pandemic. They've opened up another location. They're also starting a
food truck.
Yes, they got a food truck there, and they're also doing a black restaurant collective that they're starting for restaurants in North Carolina and stuff like that, which is very, very cool. I've read some articles about them, so I'm super supportive of what they have going on. My experience with their food, I've had better food. However, I support in general what they're doing. So like I don't have to go back there, but I also think it's really cool what they're doing. So I think it's a weird. I think when I went there also, there was nothing but white people there the day that I went to pick up my food. So like sometimes I wonder if like is that the gimmick? Like get the people who don't know the difference, like feed it to them and they think it's cool because they're over on Tuckasegee ordering food. But me, I go and I'm expecting something great. And then I don't get what I want, but I give my money. I don't mind giving my money knowing what they're doing otherwise, but I also know where I can get something better, like what they gave me.
Also, side note, the area around there is being gentrified heavily, so it makes perfect sense that there were that many people over there of that persuasion. Also, so my thought on this, I gave an unequivocal no before the question was even asked, but I will give a caveat to my no. Support has looks different. So, whether it's I have to go eat there because they're black owned versus I can support what someone's doing by telling someone, oh, hey, I had something from there. These are some things that I have from there that were good. To me, that is support, word of mouth support and kind of spinning things around versus always wanting to harp on what I had that I didn't like. Because I went to Lulu's at one point. We went that one time and it was an interesting experience just in terms of like they ain't have something, but they ain't tell me they ain't have it. They just gave me like a half-assed version of something, and then
they were waiting on you to walk out and not ask a question about it.
And then I called them and asked them, and they was like, "Oh, we ain't got that." And I was like, "Y'all weren't gonna say nothing."
Okay, yes. And like, service is important.
So, but however, I went to Lulu's before that, and that shit was fire. Like the food was like bussing. My wife, who's a hard sell when it comes to food in general, she enjoyed herself. Honey was with us. She enjoyed her food. So it's like I get it, but just because you're black owned does not mean I'm going to patron your establishment. Just because you're black owned. Now I will look for black owned places to give my money to first. But if you're not earning my dollar, you don't get my dollar just because you're black. I'm not doing it because I work too damn hard for my money. Even when I don't do shit at work, I work too fucking hard for my money to just give it away to you because you think that you're entitled to my money because you're black, because you're not. Like, do the work. Like, meet me halfway.
And I'll pay. That's because like, I will pay. I'm not I got no problems paying for it. Yes.
But it
needs to be worth it.
You remember Delta's, the soul food restaurant in town?
Yeah.
Like, so we went there for I don't know what she was called in the episode. But short stack.
Honey.
No, not honey. Short stack. Boyd. her birthday one year, remember?
Yeah.
And so
they had the live music and stuff. Was live music there going
I can't remember because we were in like a section, so I don't remember if there was live music. I went there a couple times. So she's gonna love that I gave her away by saying bored.
Yeah.
But shout out to you. You know who you are. I don't remember what your stage name is, so I don't want to throw it off. But
I think she used her real name, but we'll leave it.
I couldn't remember.
She knows we're talking about her. We love you.
Yeah.
I talked to you earlier.
A feature.
And so we ate there, and like the service was like shitty.
Yeah.
Like
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It
was
trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
The prices were high.
Mm-hmm.
The dishes were small. And it was just like supposed to be like an upscale, quote unquote, soul food restaurant. And it was kind of a cool spin, at that point.
Right.
But it was just the service was just so bad. Now the food was not nasty. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
The food that we had there was not bad, so I didn't mind paying for my food. However, the experience here was just god awful, and I don't want to ever come back. Now, there are other soul food places, like good old Sunset Seafood and Soul Food, where that lady who used to work at the front, who hated me for whatever reason, with a little nipple ponytail, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
She hated me, and I don't know. She was rude for years, but that food was slapping. And I was like, I guess I got to just take it or send somebody else in to get my food.
You're good for that because it's like that kind of stuff, like the service, or I'm looking on your website or I'm looking on Google and saying, yeah, you're open today, and you're actually closed.
Yeah.
Or y'all, we closed the restaurant down a little bit. It's little teen graduation. We gonna take him out of town. We can't keep the restaurant going. Like that kind of stuff. Like service and attitude, customer service. That shit is so fucking important to me. And shout out to Jazzy's Cheesecake up there in North Lake. That's black owned. She's love
really
her.
Cool.
Very cool.
And that food, that shit is good.
Good cheesecake. Like, and the service is just like, I never would have known that was black owned until I researched it. Like, I went up in there. It was just like the service was just flawless. Technology was up to date as far as like being able to pay and do whatever and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, I get what you say, Naji. I don't have to patron you or give you money just to support you. But if you were doing what needs to be done, I would gladly I'll come back, but I'll also tell people about it too.
Yeah.
You remember me and Sadie's?
Yes. You were bringing people up in there.
Because of exactly what you said. The service was good. The food was good. Like everything was great. Now, I will say this. At Sunset, she was the only person that was ever rude to me.
I'm about to say she's not the only one.
No, to me,
okay.
She's the only one that I ever experienced like that. But everybody else that I dealt with was really, really cool, and I didn't have any issue. Now, they may have fucked my food up a few times, but
you'd have moved away. They got one lady in there now. I don't know if she like never took training if she owes somebody a favor or maybe she owes somebody some money. Like, you got to work it out.
She answered the phone?
No, she didn't answer. She answered the phone, but she took orders. So you come in, you take orders. And the last time I went there, I took my mom there when she came into town. I was like, yeah, they got great chitlins. Let's go ahead, let's get some. She literally was trying to charge me like $50 or $60 for an order that was like $12. And I was like, ma'am, this is not it. She was like, well, you order X, Y, and Z. And I said, cannot be $50. And then like the owner, some guy had to come running out the back. He was like, hold up. Let me see what's going on.
Bald-headed black man?
Yes. He's like, let me see what's going on. And I told him he was like, Michelle, whatever her name is, this is not. That ain't it. That's not it. He ordered this and this, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And like, she was trying to like get my card, and she like, you gonna pay the price, you gonna get up out of here. And I'm like, "Sir, you really got to She's 60. You really got to get her out of here."
And I think I think that's probably the one thing that we can learn as we open up businesses and do things. We take a lot of like us, like our personalities, into what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And you can't always do that. Because
it works sometimes.
Sometimes it will, but most times, most of us are used to doing, like Esquire was saying, we like things the way that they're done by the people who are not us. Mm-hmm. So there is a standard, and it's not a standard set by us, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So because that is the case, you have to figure out how to adhere to that. There's a place, what is it? Bobby O's Barbecue. Not the best.
I love them.
Their food is good.
I think it's good. It's fine for barbecue. It is fine. But I went there with my dad.
It's okay.
No, that's me. It's fine. It's a good experience. I had a great experience there. Solid barbecue. My dad, but it's not about the food. My experience. My dad was like, the lady asked her how we were doing, how everything was. She's like, yeah, it's fine. I just want to know if I could talk to Bobby about something. And she was like, oh, okay. And she came back, and when she came back, she was with the guy that owns it. And so my dad was like, oh, hello. Hi. And now they've got whatever thing they got going on with him and with Bobby O's and his church and some other stuff they have going on. But like stuff like that. Like he made a joke, and rather than making, like being rude about it or something, that's like not answering, she went and got his ass from the back, and he came out to see what was up. Like, here he is. So it's like you have to be willing to give people something that they are familiar with.
Yeah.
In order to pull them in. And I think that's what I see a lot of our problem is. That one, that vegan truck that we followed around for a minute there, they had a terrible process. They had lines super, super long. They listened to the people in their comments. They figured it out. The last time I went, I had my food in 15 minutes. It was fine. So whatever they did that changed, they figured out, okay, this is not working. It's nice to have a long line. It means that there's support coming, but we're losing people because they're in line for an hour and a half, and that's not okay. So, like, you make a difference. You make a change, and that's how you keep it going. But like, a lot of us feel like, oh, nah, I'm going to keep the line out the building. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Bro, we will literally go somewhere else.
That's exactly it.
It's not that serious.
Can.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
we can.
Actual vegan.
Yes, like
I like meat.
I will go get a burger from somewhere else. I will go do anything else if this is how you're going to behave. So yes, good shit.
Yeah, I love it.
Good shit. Good shit. That has been the this shit right here for the last time. Some good topics, good shit going on there. And as we talk about black people, we're gonna take a real quick pause before we go talk about some other black people that are doing amazing things that we do get behind.
It's your
FUBU moment. FUBU moment.
It's your
FUBU moment.
You sure? FUBU, baby.
FUBU.
That was our FUBU song. Long may it fucking rain. Our musical prowess, the stylistic stylings of your lords and ladies at the round table, the FUBU moment. We've got some people to shout out in this FUBU moment. Big shouts out to Corinne Jean-Pierre.
I thought you were going to say Steffens.
No, not Corinne Steffens, wherever she is. Corinne Jean-Pierre. She is the White House Principal Duty Press Secretary. On yesterday, she addressed the press in a beautiful yellow ensemble, but she was the first black woman to address the White House press since Judy Smith, a.k.a. The real life Olivia Pope in 1991.
Wait, question. Who's the lady?
Hey, what you doing for me?
I'm sorry.
Who was the lady that you see, like, when she was like, and she like pulled her mask down, like, I said hello?
What's she, like, urban
She's
housing?
what
is she?
The HUD Secretary,
Okay,
Housing and
sorry.
Urban Development.
I just want to see if it was the same person, but it's not.
A true auntie. No, this is someone
Marsha
else.
Fudge.
Yes. She was not. Excuse me.
I said hello.
But no, Corinne Jean-Pierre, that was a good thing. That was just a cool thing that I saw on the Twitter yesterday. People were really hype about that. And she had a picture with Judy Smith, who is the person that Kerry Washington's character, Olivia Pope, was characterized after. So that was really cool.
They said Jen Psaki said she was going to step down after a year. She said she thinks that needs to be another role that might be something for Corinne Jean-Pierre to step into.
We will see. She did her thing and she looked radiant doing it. That's what's up. I love it. I love to see us up there glowing. It was fantastic for her.
Her name is Corinne Jean Chenet. Okay, let's be very clear.
Not Jean Chenet Pierre.
Chenet. No, just Jean Chenet. Pierre. Pronounced Chenet. Let's just be clear, guys.
Right.
Also, Kristen Clark with an E, JD. She is the head of the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. She is the first black woman ever to be confirmed by the Senate for that position. So that is really cool. She was conferred by the Senate and then sworn in by Kamala Tuesday, maybe, of this week.
Yeah, that confirmation hearing was quite contentious with Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley. They were trying to make her out to be some type of radical. Even though she had worked in the Justice Department before, it was just a simple thing of trying to make her be somebody that she wasn't. But she handled herself very well. I loved watching her confirmation.
Yes.
So she was in the Justice League previously.
the Justice League. She was Superman's. She was Superman's partner.
Batman.
So no, she was in the Justice Department previously. She had worked in like the Obama administration. I think she did stuff in the Bush administration as well. So she had experience being there, but it was just simple fact of
yes,
And
she was sworn in with Kamala, and then the Assistant Attorney General, who's also black, by her side, right? In the picture, the woman that was in the picture with her and Kamala is the...
I forgot what her name is, but something along those lines.
Yes. Yeah. So it was a nice moment to see. We love having these first, and I love to see Kamala being a part of them. So shout out to you, Kristen Clark, JD, because it's important that you address her for what we call Esquire. Yes. She would be...
councilwoman.
Or councilwoman. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. As well as Corinne Jean-Pierre. Shout out to both of you ladies out here in the Capitol doing the right thing, because you're supposed to be there. And we love to see that.
Mm-hmm. And I loved it.
Yes. What is it? Where's your... I love it. You're not going to do it.
My D-Wade joint.
It's fine. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been...
I have one more FUBU moment.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry. I just want to take this time to acknowledge the three of us. I think that it is... We've had other FUBU moments in the past, but I mean... For this to be what it is, I definitely want to thank you all for the time you've spent. It's been great. It's not the end of us. It's not, anything else. But I think that we have, brought a lot of awareness. We brought conversations. We brought laughs. We've even brought tears, literally, with our time together. And I think that is it's honorable. Like, we're out here. We're all professionals. We all have our lives. But, yeah, we all managed to figure out a way to do stuff and adding people on as we go. Shout out to Benji Bangarang.
Yes.
From the inaugural pieces of things, and just, looking at just how things are and the fact that we also love each other, even though we're moving in different directions.
Yes.
I think that is a very, very important FUBU moment. I would be remiss if I didn't mention it.
I don't ever want you to be remiss.
That's a very good FUBU moment.
I love that. To us.
Here, cheers to you for giving me a chance.
Don't know that song.
I'll give you
There was no lime in that one.
There wasn't.
And I have a Starburst in my mouth, so
All
it makes
amigos.
it even worse.
All amigos.
All amigos.
No, yes, I love that. As we close things out, true that. It's been fantastic. From its beginnings in my red room with me just mumbling in probably drunkenness, and then Esquire coming up saying, "Oh, you know what, Coley? We're gonna fucking do this." So that's what's up. You guys saw something unfold in the last 2.5 years that was even longer in the making. So we thank you all for listening and for being a part of it. Thank you to Naji for stepping in, and being willing to come out from behind the radio, listening, and to get in front of the microphone and speak and be a part. Like, that's been amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you to you. I'm sure I've said it to you off the line, but here in the world, let them see it. Esquire brought me my first mic for this podcast. That's what got. I was like, well, I got to do it now. I can pay some money for this microphone, so I guess I need to go ahead.
He can't find the receipt,
right? It's no take backs. So here we are. But it's been a fantastic, wonderful journey. And like we said in the beginning, this is not the last time that you will hear from me. Definitely, these gentlemen, because we, as Naji said, we do love each other. We are in each other's lives regularly, so we will. We are never gone from each other. So you will see them again at some point in conjunction with me. How? You never know, but it'll probably happen. So don't worry about that. Don't fret, pet. But thank you to all of our listeners, those of you who talk to us and we talk back. It's been super, super fun talking to you guys. Sponsors, supporters, whoever the hell else, everybody that's been a part of it. It's been really, really great. And we love it. Look for a playlist. We're going to put one final playlist out for you guys. It's going to be really good.
Can I do my spiel? Everybody got a chance to
please.
give their goodbyes, and I'm just
Goodbye.
You never can say goodbye.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Never can,
Please.
but I at least want to be able to at least try. I third everything that my compatriots, my cohorts, my friends, my family on this podcast. I thank y'all so much. Coley, thank you for giving me a shot. Naji, thank you for just coming along for the ride. I feel like we've learned a lot. We've accomplished a lot. Like, who knew we could be producing and editing and doing playlists and finding out how to put stuff on social media or being our own spokespeople for all the stuff that we did and coming up with crazy and amazing ideas and wrapping up the community into it and having people come up and just say, hey, I really enjoyed listening to your stuff, or I was actually arguing with you when you were saying whatever you were saying. I know you couldn't hear me, but yes. I was screaming my lungs out on the ride to work. Like, those moments mean something. And I feel like what we have and what we've done will live on forever. And I feel like there are so many lessons that we learned that we can't do nothing but be great whatever chapter that we go into the next go around. So
True that.
I'm excited to see where the journey goes. And thank you, everyone. Thank you in Pod World. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we love you. Thank you.
Ashanti. And for that, I thank you. I love you. Ashanti.
Wow.
If this is your first time tuning in, I do apologize.
It is your first time. This is your very Somebody told you this to come listen to it. It's your first episode.
If this is the first time you're hearing us, don't fret.
You can go back and listen to all the old shit.
There are 57 other episodes that you can hear. And I know it's 57 because I saw it today on the Apple Podcast app. There are 57 other episodes you can listen to. If you love what you heard today, go back and listen.
First episode.
Just go back. Go back.
My B-dog.
Just go back. You can always go back.
Your friend, whoever told you about us, didn't lead you astray. They did lead you to a great place. They just led you at the wrong time. we thank your friend, whoever they are, because we love them for supporting us, and we love you for tuning in.
God,
always go back.
You can.
You can always
and
go back
again,
home.
you know we love music out here. Our playlists are always out there. They're there forever. We're not taking
The
them
So
down.
Sassy playlist can't go down.
Don't forget the So Sassy playlist.
Forget the
Okay,
So Sassy playlist.
the So Sassy playlist. Find Your Note, the B-sides. Those are probably two of my favorite playlists that we did.
B-sides are good.
Like, y'all go check those out. Learn something new about it. Keep an eye out. You know, those of us who know us.
Guilty Pleasures.
Guilty Pleasures was a good one. The Damn Decade.
Yeah.
That was a good playlist.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, do you guys have a favorite episode? Can you think it?
D. I
damn
didn't do drugs.
The 1 year
Every bitch got an
There it
attitude.
is. There it
All
is.
that hoe is ratchet. E. Ain't nobody singing but me. D. Damn, I did drugs. Ain't that bitch got an attitude. All that hoe is ratchet.
I think he's gonna do it until we stop him. Until you have one.
I think.
That was it.
You know what? I think the very first episode was probably my favorite. How raw
Condom that episode was.
Raw, unfiltered, bad quality sounding. And we were just out here sounding like what I like to say, like we worked at Wendy's and we was replacing people at McDonald's. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. We was just in that bitch, just like trying to do something.
Oh God.
So hearing that growth up into, or maybe the Game of Thrones episodes,
The
Throne Room episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, those listening, go listen to the Throne Room. I listened to them recently.
Are good.
Those are fantastic.
They're very
Those
good.
are good episodes.
I like those.
I will toot our horn for those episodes.
When
They're
Brandon
fantastic.
Broken was sitting there watching that shit,
Yes.
I was like, yo, bitch, he
Yes.
is hurt. He is so sick.
I think for me, it's going to be a
Pre-COVID.
toss-up
Pre-COVID.
between. I will forever love the original Battle of the Sexes that we did, you and me, which also was terrible quality.
Terrible
It was
quality.
awful quality,
We
but
were
it was a
just in
very
there.
good episode. But then also, I recently listened to the Double Standards episode from last season. Really, really good. And that was also one of our highest viewed episodes. Was it Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better? Love that. It's a great, lots of
That
great
was a good
commentary.
episode.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff going on there. That and Deal.
The failure episode. I'm sorry.
But
I'm jumping all in on you. So
no.
go
Like
ahead.
those are like I have like it's like that Battle of Sexes that you and I did. Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better. Deal Breakers. First You Don't Succeed is in my top 5 also, followed by the 1 year episode. So those are all really, really amazing episodes. And like people, go back and listen to them. They're out there for you. We put them out.
And
no taking it back.
The New Year's episodes that we did with not New Year's, what we did with Pink. Was that New Year's?
That was a damn decade.
The damn decade
yes.
with Pink, and we decided
the 2-part series
that we did in one night.
Yes.
We were in there like we were cramming for like a project or something. Right. It was just
drunk, tired, and motherfucker like
night,
what the fuck? Please help.
Yes, no. that was good.
And there's lots of amazing content. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot, but it's out there for you to catch up. We're not going to get rid of it. It is there for you, and it's been an amazing journey. We've had so much fun. We've gone from a round table to a not round table, but still telling you that it is, and it feels just the same.
We just at the table.
Yes,
at the table.
We've had some amazing guests come on. Shout out to Pink.
All of our guests, Pinky,
Boost,
Miss Nikki, baby.
I think she was Erica.
She used her name. Erica, shout out to you. Erica.
C
squared.
Yeah.
Jarvis. Nancy. Juice. Juice WRLD.
Mm-hmm. Juice WRLD. Yeah. Paige. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Sultry.
Oh, we didn't shout them out. We used her once. NC on Scene.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So she's still out here doing her thing. So yeah, shout out to her.
We shout out Lex, but he was here.
Yes.
Honey, she was here.
Lex's wife was on here. Tiff as well. She was here.
Yeah. Miranda.
Homegirl Miranda was here.
Randy.
Mila Me was on here.
She was, and she was also part of the satellite.
Yes.
The satellite.
Our satellite phone.
Mila
she
Me.
did.
Nancy was all on
CC, the dogs.
Fucking Chance.
Yes. And Benji Bangarang, the OG.
Of course,
always
Benji
and forever
Bangarang.
out there on the West Coast. We love you so much for starting the dream with us.
Was there anybody else who was on?
I think that's it. Honestly, I think so.
I think that's it too.
And if we miss them, they probably will tell us. So there's that. They will probably tell us.
Yeah.
So that's fine too.
I guess.
But yeah, no, we love you all so much. Thank you so much for every fucking thing. Like I said, you will see us again, and when you see it, it's gonna just pop back up on your timeline. You're like, what the hell is this? Click on it and see if you like it. If you don't, tell a friend, and maybe they will. Mm-hmm. And stay tuned in. And like I said, you will see us all again in one form or another. Look out for the final playlist. It's going to be pretty good. We might throw some random shit on there for y'all. But this is Knights of the Round Table. And
did you say Wendy McKenzie?
They never came.
Oh, that's right, never came.
But they wanted to. So you might look out for some fun things that we love from friends of mine.
Sorry, Wendy.
Sorry, Sorry. We just threw y'all out there like that. It's okay. But you were coming.
They never came.
You were coming. And we were looking forward to it. So we will see you soon.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is that.
Oh, don't forget about the Christmas episode. We was jamming out to the Kirk Franklin Christmas album.
Hell yeah. But Jimmy, it's Christmas. Also a good episode.
Yes.
But Jimmy, it's Christmas.
Yes. The prophet said, what I think it was the prophet Wanye. He said,
how do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh.
What did he say? Somebody need him back?
Outweigh the bad.
Out there, outweigh the bad.
I was like, wait a minute.
There it is. Thank you so much. Yes.
On the weekend.
It's two.
Get to see tomorrow? What?
So
I'm gonna go with whatever version
I want you to do
was
it.
in my soul.
Go ahead.
I don't know it though. I was just making up words as I went.
Forever's gone away.
I knew that part.
It's so hard. I'm back to low note.
To say goodbye.
Bye, bitch.
To yesterday. Though I'm missing you.
Really gonna miss you.
It's really all of your missing songs.
Different without you.
I miss you.
I'm officially
Talking to you, baby.
Ooh, can't nobody do it like you.
Oh, baby.
I said every little thing you do.
Baby girl, you're gone.
Oh, God.
You're gone.
I forgot about
You're
that.
gone.
I had another one. I forgot what it was.
You're gone.
Is
girl,
this the end?
There it is.
Are you my friend. Do 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 do. It seems to me, yeah, baby.
I can't.
You want to be free.
I got one. It's me at the crossroads, you won't be lonely. Be you at the crossroads,
So you won't be lonely.
Me at the crossroads,
So you won't be lonely.
I'll be you at the crossroads,
So you won't be lonely.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody.
And
I'm gonna miss everybody.
Every step I take.
Oh my God, that song was so sad.
Every move I make.
Every single day, every night I pray I'm missing you.
Somebody
Right to the bridge.
on
That morning when this life is over,
Ooh.
I know I'll see your face every night.
shout out to 112. Every single day. I cannot with y'all. This is some buffoonery.
For those of you that are just really struggling with this, I want you to know. Don't cry for me.
Yes.
Don't shed a tear.
CC.
The time I shed with you will always be.
Doom, doom.
And when
I'm gone,
please carry on.
Yes.
Don't cry for none of us niggas. Please don't cry
I
for us.
told you, if it was before 05, it was
Please
gospel,
don't cry for
I'd
us.
do it.
Please don't do
I
it.
had another one. I had a good one. God
I hate
damn it. Shit.
I want you to find it.
You got 10 seconds to figure it out.
Sorry, I never told you
What?
all I wanted to say. And now it's too late. Too late to hold you. 'Cause you're gone away.
Yes.
So far away.
I never imagined.
Doing what? Living without this part. Did you find it yet?
I lost him. Y'all started singing.
Let's go to the chorus. And I know you're shining down on me from heaven. Like so many friends we've lost along the way. And I know eventually we'll be together one sweet day. Would you? All right.
Oh,
Naji.
oh shit! As soon as
nigga.
Sorry.
damn it!
You know what? Just can you just
Alone in a room.
Whoa, God.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
It's just me and you.
Just us. How do you feel?
I'm so afraid. Afraid of disappointing.
What are you gonna do? What do you need to do?
So I need to talk to you and ask you for your podcast, especially today when the ride is over. My niggas got to go. We close out the pod. The pot. All I need is to hear us take a word from you.
One pod. And we close it out a little bit like, although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. You belong to me, I belong to you, girl. so natural. You belong to me. I belong to you.